High atop the LA Coliseum, where we are back for the third time in NR Night in America. An idea that started in 2022 when the BUSCH LIGHT CLASH first aired, returned in 23 before an e-ticket event. Well, what's going on now? The BUSCH LIGHT CLASH in 2024 is back on iRacing as we get ready to go green in just 4 minutes and 20 seconds. My name's Jonathan Ramos, the voice of NR, as we get ready to start off an amazing night. Another community event, back-to-back community events. After last week, we were in Daytona for the Daytona 2.4. Man, that was exciting to see 60 drivers ripping around the road course with the NASCAR Trucks Xfinity and Cup Series. Well, tonight, as a part of Speed Weeks, gearing up for the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500, we are back at the Coliseum. Year one was won by Joseph Armstrong. Very exciting to see how that went down. The Champagnes racked up a win after that, but right now, a brand new format as we get ready to go green. The first time we did it, really just walked on in. We're like, okay, we have no idea really what we're doing, but we know it's going to be a lot of fun. Year two, okay, hey, we need to go ahead and size things up with heats. We put heats together. We thought this would be a great concept. Year three, we want to make it more of a spectacle. We want to make it more enticing for drivers to go out there, run well, race well, as we get ready in just 3 minutes to start qualifying. So, how do the heats work tonight? Pretty simple. Heat 1, 25 laps. Just right there and then, remember that. The first heat, 25 laps with the top 7 advancing. Heat 2, also 25 laps with the top 7 advancing. You won't believe what Heat 3 is going to be. The exact same thing. 25 laps, top 7 advance. There will be 14 drivers in each heat, so half of them will go to the show, the other half will go to the LCQ. Now, you want to get in through the heats because the LCQ is probably going to be the hardest race of the night, in my opinion, minus the main event. How does the LCQ work? Pretty simple. 50 laps, only the top driver, the one that crosses the line first, the winner, advances to the main event. And what's crazy about that, we're looking at 21 drivers taking the green flag in the LCQ. So you want to make it in the heats. Less drivers, more opportunity. But if you're in that back half, outside that 500 range, you're going to be going to the LCQ, and it's going to get pretty wild. 43 drivers have worked their way to LA for NR Night's next community event before we gear up for the next e-ticket event. How about the 20th e-ticket event on this YouTube channel? The Darrington Woodworking Florida 500 next week, Friday, a week from today. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. You will not want to miss it. Well, right now, Malone is top of the board. Armstrong, Beck, and Lilly end up being your fast four. Ford looking to go ahead and get it done here tonight as qualifying continues. Now, or qualifying gets ready to gear up, practice continues. Now, there is no guarantee of another race here tonight unless we hit 300 likes. Then we'll have a bonus community event. Drivers have been saying, hey, the 2.4 was a success, right? That's all I've been saying. I've been saying about it everywhere. The 2.4 was absolutely fantastic. But at the same time, they said, I think it's time for our first sports car race. And I said, 300 likes tonight, we get our first sports car race. How about the GTPs at Road America? How about 1 hour of racing from the first second to the last minute to the last millisecond? Endurance race tonight after the clash at Road America. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The GTPs, you'll see the Cadillacs, you'll see them all lined up going wheel to wheel. We'll allow 60 drivers to enter with 40 drivers racing off of group qualifying. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to see GTP tonight, if you want to see 2 community events in one stream to cap off an amazing lineup of Speed Weeks heading into the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500, all it takes is 1 like, and it makes a big difference. Shout it up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to go green. Looking trackside here, high above the LA Coliseum. The Clash is actually this, should we say, Sunday, but tonight on iRacing, it is right here, right now. Let's get ready to go green. Lined up, ready to go. Xander McKinney, some of the drivers sitting on pit road. We do have practice going on, but we have it as lone practice. We want drivers to get the opportunity to go out there, stretch the muscles, figure it out. How about Kevin Champagne? A brand new scheme for him. or should we say a blast from the past. We've seen him run this scheme multiple times, but not with the dark horse nose. He finally gets it locked in and ready to roll. Joseph Goff, Ethan Vietbu, another Ford on the racing surface, but no one seems to be able to catch Mr. Malone. Jacob Malone, top of the board in practice. They'll have 5 minutes to put down a time, unlimited attempts to go ahead and qualify here tonight, and heat 1 through 3 will be determined off of qualifying position. Kevin Champagne onto the racing surface. Daniel Mosteller back in that 87 machine that he usually runs here in the Busch Light Clash. Lane Sanders, Matthew Brower, and others line up ready to go green. Sanders back in that 83 machine. He's made that basically his new number. Douglas Newbigging in the 71 machine now works his way onto the racing surface in the Coastal Tinting Chevrolet. Gavin Austin in his 22, should we say now 16, rolls his way down off turn 2, putting the first times down, and all eyes on Joseph Armstrong. He won the first NR Night in America Clash at the Coliseum in this scheme. Wow, he needs to go ahead and change that nose up big time, and this is the car that he got hack strong in. He lines up and ready to go ahead and race with it. Doug rolling around, Michael Mitchum rolling around as well. Mitchum in that 38 machine, you see him there. Brand new Mustang rolling around. You get the opportunity to put down a time. Jonathan Jones sits 23rd quick, top of the board. James Thurston, William Schmidt, Daniel Mosteller, Kevin Champagne, Matthew Brower, Michael Mitchum. That continues to switch. Drew Jua back to 9th. Joseph Armstrong back to 10th. Here's Sean Conklin, a Power 5 entry from January, rolling his way around. And oh, by the way, brand new month means one thing and one thing only, ladies and gentlemen. The Power 5 is back and ready to go at it. Alex Anderson back in NR. He rolls his Toyota down off turn number 4. A 13.6, that's the time he goes ahead and captures. It's still not enough to go top of the board. That all belongs to Joey Beck. That got his first ever win in NR Night in America just last stream. That was at Iowa. James Thurston second, missed the Power 5, but finished 6th in the Sweet 16 Power Rankings. Mosteller goes 4th. Sean Conklin back to 6th as Kevin Champagne jumps top of the board. TCB is back and ready to go racing in that number 25 machine. He's got it on pit road. Justin Champagne in that 38 Don Julio Mustang. He hasn't fixed the nose, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't have the new Dark Horse nose on yet, but we hope that he soon will be able to go ahead and get that there. He rolls around, working 7 minutes after the hour. My name's Jonathan Ramos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LA Coliseum. Michael Mitchum, Drew Jua. Now you're going to see the track temps are going to change just a little bit throughout this race. We're going to start with about midday here, and then later on we'll go into that late afternoon, maybe into sunset when we see that checkered flag here tonight. And the best part about it, once the heat races start, the track conditions carry over from Heat 1 to Heat 3 into the LCQ and into the main event. So they'll be tiptoeing in Heat 1. They should have a little bit more grip in Heat 2. By Heat 3, the track should really come to itself. By the main event, it should be absolutely glued to the pavement. Aladam Contreras, that is his Florida 500 scheme. And we hope you all tune into the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Sean Conklin goes top of the board. William Schmidt goes 9th, but also goes for a loop. Justin Champagne goes 6th. He's happy where he is. Douglas Newbigging goes 3rd. Anderson, Jonathan D. Jones, drop back, way back. How about Spencer Burns now? In that number 10 machine, he rolls around, but still has a spec map on an older model on that car. Xander McKinney down off corner exit. They're in that 66 machine, a big Thor Sport fan. And it all comes down to you. If we will see the GTPs at Road America tonight, 300 likes on this live stream, and we go ahead and get it. Big news, we're only 100, or should we say 210 away, as we haven't even taken the green flag yet in Heat 1. Let your friends know the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500 live 1 week from today at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Darrington Woodworkings, they build custom woodworking projects, big or small. You design it, he builds it. Best part, it's located in the lower 48. It's American made from Southern Utah. He's made American pieces. He's made amazing pieces as well. How about the United States flag with the Boston Red Sox logo on it, the Detroit Tigers logo on it? How about the Dodgers logo on it as well? He's made custom pieces for the ER, for firefighters. If you support the small businesses, check out Darrington Woodworking now, ladies and gentlemen, and go ahead and give them a follow there on Instagram. Darrington Woodworking, the proud sponsor of the Florida 500. Ladies and gentlemen, 43 drivers are in and they're ready to roll. James Thurston went top of the board, so he will start first in duel number 1, and just 14 drivers will get ready to take the green flag. Joseph Armstrong, we've seen him do bold things before in this event. And with 25 laps on the cusp, you just don't know what's going to happen from here on out. Vietbu, Gudger, Gentry. How about Bali? Here's a new driver to enter our night in America. Pilot Bali starts 11th. Jonathan T. Jones, Gio Turpin, Brandon Haynes. And your heats will set up. Out of the 14 drivers that take the green in Heat 1, 7 will advance to the main event. And what does that mean for the rest of the groups that are lined up in Heat 2, 3? Well, you sit back, you relax, but you wait, because you never know what's going to go down. Let's go ahead and say those magical words. God, speed, drivers, you are go for throttle up. Joseph Armstrong and Justin Champagne have already gotten off on the wrong foot. But we'll see the green flag next time by. He just brake checked them, and already I'd hate to give a penalty before we even start, but they're already shunting each other before we go green. 25 laps to get it done. Now they better keep their toes together here. You don't want to go ahead and miss an event just because you're rubbing and pushing before we even took the green flag. Crowd on their feet because the clash is back. It happens every year in our night in America. And if you don't think it's going anywhere. A new format, yes, to clean things up as 14 drivers look to light the fuse in Heat 1. Mosteller outside lane there, Justin Champagne. They keep it wheel to wheel for second on back, but James Thurston will come back around to lead lap number 1. And you can see Joe's really antsy to get back to that rear end. Mosteller to the outside, punted wide. Champagne on the outside end of Joe, goes for a slide. Push has already come to shove. Armstrong, another move to the back end of Justin. Max Swearigan, slide back there in 11th. You can see they're just struggling to hold on already to the center of this field. Champagne, Mosteller back to 4th. Justin now into that second position as 4 laps are already completed. Joe and Justin as they continue to push and shove. You look back at Gio Turpin, that's a 9th. Now Max Swearigan, that went for a slide in 11th. Jonathan T. Joe struggling to go ahead and get back to the gas. Now remember, the top 7 is in. Ethan Vietbu, as of now, is the last driver to make it into this event. He lines up. He holds on. Oh, wheel to wheel. Vietbu to the inside of Gentry. That's going to be the struggle bus for a lot of these guys out there. No doubt about it. Armstrong under a second back to Thurston. Champagne 1.5. Mosteller nearly 2 seconds here in Heat 1. A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving, but this is now the battle for 8th. James Bomar has gotten away. Jonathan T. Jones has just been all over the place. Has had no type of rear grip. Vietbu, Gentry to the bottom. Vietbu squeezes through. James Bomar is the last one out. If he comes home 8th, I believe he'll start first in the LCQ, but you don't want to go through that at all. You just want to get it done right here, right on the rear end of Joseph Armstrong. Goes wide, Justin. Another push. Looks to the bottom. 15 laps to go in Heat 1. Thurston to the inside, out of harm's way. The machine's running on the outside. One spinning. That's the 84. Gio Turpin goes around, can't get it back, refired in the right way, and the caution will wave. So we will have a restart. Oh, the ticker was not up at all. I cannot believe that. I could have sworn it was already on. I was calling the race like the ticker was already on. There you guys go. Ticker is up. We're continuing the race. Gio Turpin goes for a quick spin. Let's go see what happened. They just got help. Turpin was struggling to the center of the corner, and Michael Gudger in that 64 gave him a shove, and we will have a restart. A lot of damage to the nose of some of these machines. Matthew Brower, they're in the 21, will be driving that exact look for the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500. He lines up nose to tail. James Thurston, Joseph Armstrong, Justin Champagne, Daniel Mosteller. They line up. They get ready to go at it again. And we will see the one to go this time by. Lining up 2 by 2. Armstrong on the outside. Him and Thurston have gotten in it to times before. And they'll get the one to go this time by with the 2 by 2. It'll be a 9-lap dash to see who the top 7 will be. Ford, Toyota, Ford, Chevrolet. That's the fast 4. 10 laps will then come down to 9 to see who gets in through Heat 1. Max Swearingson's back in that 9th spot there with James Bomar. He's got to be on his toes. He's got to be consistent before he goes ahead and makes a bad move. We've seen drivers get bold late. 9 to go in Heat 1. Demos cuts in line of Brower. Pushing, shoving back to the rear. Armstrong to the bottom of Thurston. The switchback. Thurston powers on the outside. Champagne is sitting there. He's watching on in 3rd. Thurston on the outside. Armstrong on the bottom. 7 to go. Pushing Thurston to the bottom. Champagne was a part of that mess. They got ahead and pushed each other out of the way with 7 laps to go. Max Swearingen is in, but Haynes is right there looking for that final move. Armstrong scoots away with Mosteller now half a second back. See a lot of damage there on Gio Turpin. One of the drivers that once again went around. Joe to the bottom. Cuts his way through. 4 to go. Mosteller 2-7 back. Walk up out of the 20. He's going to just have to find that daylight back to the inside of him. Joe's going to be very tough to pass, including what we've seen in the past. Looking for another opportunity. 3 and 4, still no move. 2 to go in Heat 1. Swearingen in out of some now. Haynes back to 8th. Mosteller wanting that last push. He's got the move to the inside. Sarablanco, 1 to go in Heat 1. Joe shuts the door, locks up the left side, pulls alongside the 87. Pulls the brake. Moves him out of the way. James Thurston, wall road. It will not count. It will be Matthew Brower getting the win, and James Thurston, because of the wall ride, will be disqualified from the event. Wow. Watch back. You cannot do that in NR. They're all braking. They're waiting. Not legal. And James Thurston will be disqualified. What's next? How about Heat 2? Unbelievable. That's just not smart. He knows about that for a good reason. I don't think he was forced. I do not think he was forced whatsoever. He had planned. He could have broke. He slammed the wall. He gassed it up. I believe he was gassed it up. They will review it. But I believe he gassed it up. They're going to overturn it. They're going to overturn it because he made contact. James Thurston's win will now stand. He did not get L5. They reviewed it. All right. I don't know. I know James Thurston. He's the main reason why that is banned in NR9. Not Chastain. It is James Thurston why it is banned. You look back to Nashville. And it will stand. Yeah, wall riding is prohibited in that R9. He wall rode but was hit. And they're telling me that he tried to give it back, but he also got slammed. I don't know. I can still disagree with it. I'm human. I'm allowed to disagree. I know Thurston very well. At Nashville Fairgrounds, he did it. He took a win away from Alexander Cranky. You know what? Doesn't matter. That's not behind us, and the call is the call. Light the fuse in Heat 2. Back on the outside, almost squeezed by Champagne. Slots in line, Lilly topside, Kevin Champagne up near the outside wall, and Joey Beck will lead lap 1. Oh, spin in the back. And the caution will wave. And that's the thing about the Clash. You're going to see drama. You're going to see excitement. You're going to see probably some things that aren't good, right? That you might say, ooh, that's controversial. You will see that. But nonetheless, things have already changed. Let's go see the start here. Joseph Goff on the bottom. I don't think DeAngelis was too happy there with the 12. And just drove into Contreras. And the 43 machine got him. That would be Vincent Gucci. Huh. Busch has already come to shove in Heat 2. They definitely watched how Heat 1 went. But look who's out front. The good old Josh Lilly. They'll get the one to go this time by. Joseph Goff already 1 lap down. Looks like he is on pit road. He wants to go around and get that lap back. I don't think he's going to get it at all. 20 laps to go in Heat number 2 when we get it refired. And Josh Lilly has won the hearts of so many. Just what feels like in the last couple of weeks. He won the 2.4. His first community event win, first multi-class race at NR. He's brought Red Bull back, and they're already up front here in Heat 2. And the top 7 once again advance. 20 to go. Back on the outside, lock up into 1. Jua, Champagne, wheel to wheel. Drew Jua shunting the 94. What a save, and it got Josh Lilly to pull away with the thud in the back of the 94. That's one way to get around, and Jua goes for a turn. Is the track blocked? Yes, it is. Caution is out. And Drew Jua's not making any friends out there. He will be driving the number 5 machine for the event. But just like that, he got right in the back end of Champagne. I don't know what the thinking was for that move. And this is the Heat, right? You know the top 7 advance. Hey, let's watch back again. You can see Kevin Champagne. He's going to come down right here. Drew Jua is still full out of steam. And once again, with the Coliseum, it's always going to be half and half on what people think, including me as a commentator. I'm going to be opinionated a lot here tonight. Some would say Chua could have hit the brakes, right? Well, he ended up hitting the brakes on his own later on. But others could say, oh, Kevin Champagne took the nose off of him. It's going to be argument city here in LA, without a doubt. Disagreements will be very commonplace, as you've already seen. Josh Lilly leads. How about this guy? I think he's going to be a big underdog for the next e-ticket event. How about Josh Kenyon? Sadly, he will not be in the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500. But he will be a prime spot of looking at where things may end up. Kenyon on the outside there, Lilly, road number 1. DeAngelis back, Joey back. Just got his first win. He's looking for a lot more. And with 15 to go, a heat win would be huge. Line them up. 14 to go. Kenyon to the outside. Lilly gets away. Back with a wheel now with the fellow Chevrolet. That's the move back to 3 and 4. But no one is touching this 97. Back on the bottom. Kenyon. We'll go ahead and squeak right in line. But right in front of Kevin Champagne. Trouble. Michael Mitchum. Off the nose of Frank DeAngelis. And the caution will wave again. He may be penalized for that. That's a hard turn. If he right rear bumper hooked him. If that was the case, it'd be even harder for this 69 to make the show. Let's see. Well, Heat 2, full of cautions, no surprise there. Or maybe so. Heat 1 was definitely the cleanest one of the group. Oh, Spencer Burns got into him. Watch back once more. Coming down off corner exit. That's just racing in a football stadium. I think that's what that was. We'll have an 8-lap shootout here in Heat 2. Joey back, Josh Lilly. They'll be lined up wheel to wheel. Josh Kenyon, Kevin Champagne. They'll be lined up on that outside lane. What's it gonna take for someone to make this show? Top 16 will be on the top of your screen. Should we say top 14, but they allow 16 on the intervals. Pace car hard left onto pit road. Try it again. Lilly back underway from the clash. Wanting a move. Kenyon on the bottom, back on the outside. Back will power down off. Kenyon to second. He's got in, but what about Joseph Goff back there in 7th? In as of now, Spencer Burns sits in 8th. Around goes back, right in the middle of the field with Josh Kenyon, and he got it refired. And that's the thing about the clash. You're going to see a lot of relaxed yellows. Puts Gucci into 2nd, puts Champagne back to 3rd. Jua to 4th, Goff to 5th, Spencer Burns in 6th. Mike Mitchum, Frank DeAngelis, 4 to go. Champagne on the outside, Gucci on the bottom. He's trying to just shut his way in. Still back wheel to wheel. Josh Lilly has been able to pull away. Mike Mitchum down and into the inside wall. Gucci the move. That's going to be a lap machine. That's Contreras. Blocks Chua. Chua goes wide to the inside. Kevin Champagne lined up with Gucci on the outside. Santa Blanca. 1 to go for Josh Lilly. Chua, Champagne back wheel to wheel, the 13 up into the outside wall. Battle for 2nd is on. Gucci with the move. Josh Lilly victorious in Heat 2. Kevin Champagne gets 2nd at the line. Wow. And it happens once again. Lily is in. Champagne, Gucci, Jua, Gobb, Beck, and Sanders. Your top 7 that make it to the main event. Everyone else goes home. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final heat of the night. And once again, 300 likes. We get the first ever prototype GTP race in NR Night in America, the first ever sports car race in NR Night in America, which should be just one of 2 races tonight. There's no guarantee at another race minus a clash, but we could very easily see another. Sean Conklin, Douglas Newbigging. Let's get ready to go green. And they're lined up 2 by 2, ready to go. Sean Rowe and company. Line up. 25 laps, the final 7 spots. TCB, Gavin Austin, Oliver Quinney. Massinez. Next time by, the one to go. Doug's ready. He's on that outside lane. He's powered in, ready to roll. Newbigging, Schmidt, Rowe, Rodriguez, Anderson, Malone, Baker and company. Sean Conklin's gonna have to be smart on that outside lane. Should we say Conklin at the bottom, Rowe on the outside. Pace car, hard left on the pit road. This is going to be it. The final heat of the night. Light the fuse with heat 3. Newbigging, top side, powering on, 3 wide, Jua, contact. There goes Baker. Goes for a slide with Rodriguez. They get it back, refired. Newbigging in second. Schmidt in third, Sean Rowe. To the outside, there Malone. Rodriguez drops way back. He's gonna need a caution, I think, if he wants to make it into the top 7. Newbigging right on the doorstep. There is Sean Conklin. Pulls to the back end. Rowe, Malone, Anderson, Gavin Austin in 7th. He's the last one in. Remember, Baker just got shunted. He knows he's going to have to get aggressive if he wants to make his way in. Schmidt in Rowe. Wheel-to-wheel battle for 3rd. Newbigging in 2nd, has closed in to Sean Conklin. And here's an update that we just got from the admins. Another incident under review. Lane Sanders wall riding to advance into the main event. He took out Spencer Burns. They are reviewing it. And if that's the case, then Lane Sanders will be out of the main event. Baker's made up a ton of time. Sean Rowe. Oh, should we say not? He had to come down pit road. I believe he's already a lap down, but Rowe there in 3rd has closed on in. "16 laps to go." Schmidt in 4th. Malone back to 5th. Douglas Newbigging. Still 5-7 back. He hasn't been able to just make that lunge there. One slide in the bottom. Oliver Quinney out of harm's way once again and out of the racing groove. Freeman on pit road. He sits 13th, 11th, and 12th. Just 1 lap down. But the only way they get that back now is if they get a caution. And Doug, I think, is very content where he is. He knows he's in the main event. as long as he holds on to that second place position. Sean Rowe there in third. Schmidt back to fourth. Jacob Malone in fifth. One spinning to the inside, and too many single car incidents. Caution's gonna wave. And the review will not be overturned. Lane Sanders still in the show. That was a wall pop, not a wall ride. So Sanders is good to go from what we're hearing. A lot of these guys are stretching it thin, man. They're stretching it really thin on what's going on. What's considered what. And after a couple cautions, we'll be ready to try this all once more. So Sean Conklin, he's your race leader right now. He's rolling around. Douglas Newbigging, Sean Rowe, William Schmidt, Alex Anderson, Malone, Austin Buys, Rodriguez, Baker, Quinney, Bassinez, Freeman back to 13th. And they will have what looks to be 8 laps to go to get this one restarted. Newbigging on the outside, Conklin on the bottom. Rowe and Schmidt, third and fourth. Restart zone once again, 8 laps to go in heat number 3. Conklin on the bottom, pulls away. Newbigging on that outside, wheel to wheel with Sean Rowe. No shunt just yet for the drivers up front. More pushing and shoving in the back. Buys goes around. Austin may have been involved. 7 to go. Rowe inside, Newbigging thrown up and into the outside wall. Alex Anderson sits and waits. Schmidt look to the back end of the Anderson 67. Baker goes for a spin. Out of the racing groove. Newbigging to the inside of Sean Rowe. One for a spin again, the 18. Bassinez has not had that car where he wants it tonight. 4 to go for Sean Conklin. Newbigging. Big loss of that rear end. And Rose in striking distance. Back to the inside. A lot of looks, but not a lot of shoving from second, third, and fourth. 2 laps to go in heat number 3. Anderson's up to fourth. It's been a while since he's won an NR Night in America, one of the pioneer drivers. Newbigging under fire by Rowe. Sean Conklin pulls away to the inside. Has Jackson Buys sliding on the bottom. Salamanca, 1 to go in heat 3. It's all Sean Conklin out front. Can Newbigging get to him? The look to 3 and 4 will not be enough as Sean Conklin wins heat 3 at the Clash. Jacob Malone, last transfer spot. He will make it into the main event. And that's how it sits. Ladies and gentlemen, how about it? It's time to go racing in the LCQ. This is going to be it. Whoever wins the LCQ makes the main event. It's gonna be big. Let's get ready to go green. And we're excited to have y'all with us as we get ready to roll, looking at some things to make sure everything is good to go on the quality. Heard that there may have been some frame drops there, but we'll continue to overlook it as we get ready to go green. Brandon Haynes, Spencer E. Burns, Gavin Austin, Michael Gunter. 21 drivers, all going for the win. It's a 50-lap LCQ. We've seen it get wild in times before. How wild will it get here? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you waited for. The last push into the main event. Burns on the outside, Haynes on the bottom. Let's get ready to go green. Pace car will make another hard left onto pit road. Can Burns lock himself in? Can Haynes hold on? 21 drivers, just one spot. Light them up in the LCQ. Gavin Austin on the strips to the bottom. Through he goes to second. Burns gets tagged. He's got pushed around, but he's not out of it yet. Keeps the foot in it. Bomar there, 3 wide towards the back end. Oliver Quinney goes around. Now it's a long jam. Do they get it refired? They do, with 49 laps to go. Spencer Burns up and into the air, flipping at the Coliseum. The caution will wave. Wow. I cannot believe it. And he's stuck. He doesn't want to tow. He knows if he tows, he's done. Oh, and he's forced to put it on pit road. What just happened? Unreal. Let's watch back. There's a lot of pushing, rubbing in the middle of the pack. That's what we saw. Quinney gets tagged, and they just thump right into him. Burns to the bottom, not happy, just full throttle CCB. And what goes around is the 10 machine. Watch again. So he gets jammed here by Bomar and then shunted by Baker. He wasn't happy that 25 ran into him. And just straight lines him and goes right over the concrete barrier. I cannot believe it. And we got a quote from Spencer Burns. He says, "I got wrecked 4 times in 1 lap. I had to do it." And in his eyes, he was sending a message. But in reality, he's going to send himself packing. Look at that hit. I mean, well, if you're a fan of physics, Newton's law of motion just very much played into the circumstance that you're currently watching. Watch it once more. He gets tagged by Baker. It's put out of the way. He goes for the drive right here. He goes for Mitchum. But when Baker rear ends the outside wall, there's no more room for him to go. All that energy translates back into the door of the 10. And it was like he got shot out of a cannon. Spencer Burns, what a lick. Gavin Austin, your race leader. Frank DeAngelis on the outside lane. 43 laps to go in the LCQ. Mitchum to the bottom, buys. Weedaweewa Kenyon. Mitchum another move with Bomar now on the outside. Gavin Austin powers on through. 42, 41 to go. And he's got him exactly where he wants him. Right in that rear view mirror, but Frank DeAngelis knows it's going to be a win and you're in situation. You got to hunt down that 16 machine and go right after him. Frank to the bottom, closing in on Austin. DeAngelis second, Mitchum third, James Beaumont fourth, Jackson buys, Carson Freeman, Freeman getting shunted around. I don't know, man, it's going to be tough for Frank to get back up there and make quick work. There are the Gavin Austin 16. 39 laps to go. Down to 38. What's the gap back, you may ask? A second, and Austin scooting away. Now remember, this track has stayed consistent from heat 1 to 3 into the LCQ, so there's a lot of grip. They're not going to be searching for it as much as they would very early on. And this is all part of the clash, the heats and the LCQ, but you want to make the main event. You don't want to be left out whatsoever. Austin, company in front of him. Jonathan T. Jones, he hasn't had it right all day long. He'll be the lap machine in play. Slides in front of the race leader. Beaumont Company also go for a quick lunge. Mitchum to the inside of DeAngelis. Michael Mitchum now in prime position to hunt down Gavin Austin. And he's 112 back. Austin, Mitchum, there's Gio Turpin back on the racing surface. 34 to go. Next lap machine, Xander McKinney. DeAngelis 2 seconds back. Mitchum, oh, he's got a shot. Austin slides off corner exit. Now what do? You got to hold on. You have no choice but to hold on. The problem is, Michael Mitchum is 3 back to the Gavin Austin 16. Crowd on their feet. The LCQ has shown to be great. Austin locks up. Mitchum to the bottom. He wants to get there so badly, he just can't find a way through. Looks topside. Switch back downstairs. Mitchum, Austin, wheel to wheel, Spencer Burns back on the racing surface. 8 laps down, 29 to go. Michael Mitchum to the inside. He's got that last transfer spot. He just got to hold on to it. Turns Spencer Burns around into the outside wall. DeAngelis and company get through. Burns stuck on the outside wall. He's got to get it refired, but he can't. And that's going to bring the caution out with 28 laps to go. All right. Now it's war. Man. Man, oh man. Now remember, Mitchum and Burns got into it earlier in the race. Burns went for Mitchum. That's when he went up and over. I think that's a quick reaction from Mike Mitchum to say, I don't want to get hit. I don't want to be a part of this. But guess what? He turned him, and I don't think Spencer Burns is very happy about that whatsoever. So what happens here? A restart with 26 less laps to go. We'll have maybe a restart with 24. That single car spin shouldn't put us under the caution log, but it will give an opportunity to Gudger to get back on the lead lap and a prayer to get in. We will have 24 laps to go in the LCQ for the iRacing 2024 BUSCH LIGHT CLASH. Mitchum on the bottom, Austin on the outside, Beaumont, DeAngelis, Kenny. No, let's rephrase that. Kenny's on in this. It's Kenyon, Oliver Quinney. 24 to do it from the Coliseum. Gavin Austin locks up topside. DeAngelis puts a slide in there. Around goes Mitchum, right in the middle of the field. Kenyon's involved and the track is blocked. Oh. It's called the Clash for a reason. And Mike Mitchum I don't think he's happy with Gavin Austin. We're going to see the replay. Once again, you're going to be disagreeing all night. This is a clash already tonight. In the first race alone, 90% of the chat disagree with my statement on James Thurston. And we've already had a lot of disagreements throughout Heat 2, 3, and now to the LCQ. Let's go see what happened. So you see Austin locks up first, gets right into Mitchum. Mitchum goes wide into him. Gavin had nowhere to go. That's all on that 38 machine. And everything else after that really was just a reaction. And a disappointment with the 38 team. And he went wide. There's nowhere for Gavin to go. I mean, I don't think how anyone can disagree on that one right there. There is nowhere for the Gavin Austin machine to make a move. Mitchum's got to think right there, hey, maybe I should give the guy on the outside a little room. I am the fastest car on track. Let's be smart here. But you know what? At the same time, I'm saying that as an analysis of what happened, not what's happening in real time. In real time, you're doing about 13, 14 seconds around a football stadium. Ooh, or in a football stadium, should we say. I don't think Bomar's too happy there with Spencer Burns. It's to another quick hit. 20 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. You want another community event minus the Busch Light Clash? How about the first sports car race in our night in America? How do we get that? 300 likes on this live stream. By the checkered flag, we get the 1 hour at Road America with the GTPs. We've now done endurance racing in NR. We've never done a sports car race. Tonight could be the first time we do it. Over the 425 watching, if you want to see the twists and turns and something new, you could have it right after the clash. Bomar, Austin, DeAngelis, Quinney lined up 2 by 2. 18 laps to go in the LCQ. Bomar outside, Quinney a shot to Gavin Austin. Bomar in the wall. Austin scoots away. Bomar another blink. DeAngelis on the outside of Quinney. Quinney to the bottom. 17 to go. I don't know, man. It's going to be tight. Look at this racing. Goes the back end. Contreras. A bomb to the 33. Now gets shunted out of the way. Bomar in second. 16 to go. Look on the strips. It's going to come down to these two right here. I just don't see it coming down to Oliver Quinney or DeAngelis. Can James Bomar catch Gavin Austin? The slide off 2. Puts him in the clutches of the 73 with 15 to go. Bomar turned in front of the field. Caution will wave again. And you may be thinking to yourself, why are they wrecking so much? Heat 1 was fine. Heat 2, it got very aggressive. Heat 3 wasn't bad. It's 20 guys going for one spot. Now down to 19. There's not a lot of room for error. And it's already being shown. Let's go watch back to Bomar. He slid that rear end, and Gavin Austin will have Frank DeAngelis and company all over the back end. Quinney went to the bottom. There's not a lot of room for you to run. Caution is out once again in the LCQ. Can Gavin Austin hold on? That's the question that we all will be waiting to see in here as we get ready to go back green. Austin in the 16, Quinney in that 73. DeAngelis in third, Kenyon in fourth, Mitchum, McKenney, Contreras. Opportunities, they rarely strike after you make a mistake or two. For Frank DeAngelis, this is an opportunity to find his way to the back end of the Camry and make his way into the show. I love this format. I think this format's exciting. I think it's electric, but you're going to have just 9 laps to go with 12 drivers left on the lead lap. Kenny Rill's going to need another caution. You're not going to get another bypass. This is how it runs. Austin, Quinny, DeAngelis, Kenyon. I think those are the big four to make it in. If Mitchum doesn't make a mistake, you can put in the top 5, have the best odds of making it into the show. Pace car down and away, 9 laps to go. Frank on the bottom. Shunting Quinny up and out of the way. Didn't go far, and Gavin Austin starts scooting back. Quinny gets tagged, goes wide. DeAngelis goes for a slide and blocks the track. Caution is out again. Seven laps to go when we have another restart. It's going to be like this to the end. And Jonathan T. Jones just got shunted out of the way there by Landon Gentry. He's not happy at all. Gavin Austin's got to be thinking, oh, another restart? Really? Another one? Didn't we just have one? But it's going to change up the playing field big time. Let's have another restart. Let's put another opportunity in hand. I don't know. I think this is going to get really tough and aggressive. Who's that? Spencer Burns. Not a lot of wall ride at all. I don't know if that just was a wall ride. Wasn't able to fully catch it. 5 laps to go. We'll come down to 4. Burns well out of it. 4 laps down. 4 to go. Baker. Inside push. Way in the rear. Never mind. Can that 25 get to the back end of the 16? It's going to be tough. It's going to be close. Bomar around up against the outside wall, out of harm's way. Let him race. Baker to the bottom. 2 to go. Turn by Michael Mitchum. Caution will wave. Quinny and company right into the side. And I think Frank's done with this 73. So we will see overtime in the LCQ. Let's watch again. Gavin locks up. Burns gets tagged. He went right around in the middle of the field. See, there really wasn't a lot of places to run after that. Gavin Austin and company. Another opportunity has struck. Mitchum, Austin, Gentry, DeAngelis. Lights off, 1 to go. Winner advances. The rest go home. Overtime in the LCQ. Mitchum tagged out of the way by Landon Gentry. It's clean. They're going to keep him straight. Gavin Austin gets around Salamanca. 1 to go in the LCQ. DeAngelis, the swing and a miss. Last time through 3 and 4, and Gavin Austin will make the show by winning the LCQ. Unreal. burns it down on the backstretch. Ladies and gentlemen, your field has been set for the 2024 Busch Light Clash main event. All right, this is what it is right here. And we'll have a quick downtime to get things ready, get things optimized for this event. A quick 1 minute time before we go green. I don't know what James Thurston just thought he was doing, but he did something. Malone setting down a quick time. Rodriguez, Max Sweargin. And we're going to take this time to go ahead and reset the overlays just to make sure we do have them in prime working condition for this event. I saw some frame drops, and we believe we know why those frames were dropping. The overlays may have been a little bit out of sync. So there was an error. They did let us know. And we're going to go ahead and get ready to go racing. And our night in America, feeling victories all year long. It's the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum as we get ready to go green once more. So the ATVO, our overlays were having a quick problem during the heats, but best part is they look to be fixed. And we're going to go ahead and get them on your screen before we go green. Who do you think's going to go to victory lane? And who's going to stop who? Josh Lilly, James Thurston, on and ready to go. A 150 laps of action and glory. 22 of Van Aert's finest line up as we get ready to say those magical words. God speed, drivers. You are go for throttle up, ladies and gentlemen. 300 likes, and we get a two community event type of night. We get the Busch Light Clash, and we get our first sports car endurance race. 2 community events in one stream a week from the next e-ticket event. The Darrington Woodworking Florida 500 a week from today. It is the must-watch event of the year. And I'm telling you, you're going to want to be there live 8 Eastern, 7 Central on the IDK Player YouTube channel. The Iceberg and I up in the booth for the 20th e-ticket event, where 43 of NR's finest get ready to rock and roll from the World Center of Racing. Some will look to find their first ever e-ticket win. Others look to just survive. Let's go green for 150 laps. Pace car, the hard left on a pit road. Thurston and Lilly light the fuse in the 2024 iRacing Busch Light Clash. Armstrong 3 wide, Brower wide, and already goes for a slide. Jujua's already missing his nose, and we just took the green flag. Thurston leads lap number 1. Josh Lilly lined up, nose to tail. Thurston topside. Brower, track blocker, caution waves. That didn't take long, didn't it? And that will force a restart of the field. Now, Drew Chua has been an absolute wrecking ball in this clash. I don't know what happened here. How did he lose the nose of that 38? I don't know where he thought he was going, just slammed right in the back end. Bam, loses the nose right off the gun. I shouldn't say wrecking ball. Maybe I should go and retract that, but he has been overly pushy, and Yahir Rodriguez just swiped out Matthew Brower. You see Brower not happy with that 990. He reverses it. He reverses into them. Watch it again by Matthew Brower in the 21 machine. Now that is the scheme he will be running in the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500. Watch what happens when he gets to Yahir right here. Yahir, for whatever reason, just wiped him out, grabs the gear and says, "No, you're coming with me. We're not putting up with that. We are not putting up with that at all." For James Thurston, it's a pinch to the nose that gets that car just a little bit offset. Ladies and gentlemen, we get the one to go here. And we're going to ask you all to follow the new sponsor of NR Night in America there on Instagram. Darrington Woodworking, proud sponsor of the next e-ticket event. 145 laps to go. We'll come down to 144. Conklin, Josh Lilly, back underway. Remember, Josh has won the hearts of so many people just off that last couple races. Back to third, Joseph Armstrong sneaks through in second. Hackstrong was born here and would like to get his second Busch Light Clash win in NR Night in America. To the back end is Sean Conklin. Conklin's able to just scoot away. You can see Joe smoking up that rear. The bottom of the 54. Thought about it once more, but had to pull back on the gas. Lilly, Champagne, Thurston. 9 out of 150. Old nose on a new Toyota. Lilly P3. Champagne P4. You got to keep an eye here on Kevin Champagne. He's another one. He hasn't won. I believe he actually did go up there and did well in the last clash, but he's going to be where he needs to be to find victory lane. We have done the Coliseum multiple times in NR Night in America, but there's something about winning the Clash in NR that's so exciting. The Champagne Bros have always been good here. You see Justin back there in 8th. He's still riding around with Mosteller and Rowe wheel to wheel right in front of him. Rowe goes wide. Mosteller keeps it nose to tail. And Joe's thinking, all right, let's stretch our arms. We're feeling great. 22 drivers in this class. I'm sitting in second. About 7-9 the difference. And he is really closing on in. 13 out of 150. Sean Conklin's going to be tough to beat. All right, this young prospect in NR has been amazing. And this top 3, top 4, should we say even top 5, tell a tale. Here's the most winningest driver in NR Night in America, James Thurston. Here's the prodigy of Kevin Champagne. Here's the young gun of Josh Lilly. Well, they're wheel to wheel, and they continue to try to master their machines around. Here's the villain, Joseph Armstrong. Either you love him or you don't. And here's the master of the road courses, Sean Conklin, leading the way just 16 laps in. Kevin Champagne on the outside. Him and Josh Lilly got in a little pushing match. Well, they're going to find themselves a lot of wheel-to-wheel action with James Thurston on the outside. Champagne back to the bottom. Joe, a second and a half back. Now, he knows he can go ahead and make up time on Conklin. Joe's always been that guy that he won't go out there and gain time right off the gun. He'll make it up as time goes on. But the only problem is it's about to be a 2-second advantage. But Conklin has already caught lap traffic. There's Lane Sanders in the 83. Towards the back half of the field, he sits 20th. And so already Drew Jew and Joey Beck have gone at least 1 lap down. Joe closes into a 1-9. Conklin finds his way around Sanders. Big lockup out of that 54 allows Joe to close on in. I see the track's changing a lot. They're struggling big time on entry. Every single next gen just continues to lock up with that left front. They're putting so much pressure on entry and trying to rotate down off those strips. Here's Thurston. Here's Joe. Joe under pressure, should we say. with Conklin pulling away to about 2 seconds and change. .23 out of 150. Kevin Champagne in fourth. Oh, a big bump to the back end of James Thurston. Man, not scared to use the bumper. Joe finds his way around Lane Sanders as Sanders will continue to fall off the totem pole. But Conklin doesn't really have any lap traffic in front of him. Now he does. That's Douglas Newbigging. Track blocker, 3 machines outside wall. Caution will wave. Max Swearengin, who has made the show, but has hit everything tonight but the pace car. Let's go see what happened. So here he is, basically holding on to his own. Love that livery on that 15. Gavin Austin. Went for a hole that really wasn't there. He got squeezed into the inside wall. That 15 had really nowhere else to go but for the slide. Pit road, it's wide open. Do you go for it? I don't think so. I think you stick right here and you wait it out because there's still a lot of time left to go. This has been amazing to go ahead and watch here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Continue the hype in the chat. Does Sean Conklin find victory lane? $150 laps. 28 already in the books. I think Joe's going to be my pick, but we got to ask you all down in the chat below, who do you think will go to victory lane? There's just something about Joe that just gets me excited as a race fan, knowing this is his ballpark, right? This is what he comes to do. He does so well on the short tracks. He does so well on these bull rings. Coming to victory lane here would be absolutely massive. Let's do it. The one to go. I want to thank everyone that has super chatted at NR Night in America that has helped us out. You all are fantastic. Thurston, Kevin Champagne, Conklin, Joseph Armstrong, pace car, hard left on a pit road, grab a gear, Ford, Toyota, back underway from the Coliseum. Thurston on the bottom. Pushes. It's way on through. William Schmidt got tagged, goes for a slide. Thurston in a second, Champagne back to fourth. Joseph Armstrong back to third, all still chasing the Sean Conklin 54. Man, there's just something about him. Just goes out there and gets it done, man. But Thurston is closing in. Remember, he was up there early before that first incident. He is now just half a second back to the Sean Conklin 54. Ford has come to play tonight, no doubt about it. We knew there were going to be a big talking point. 2, 3 Fords up inside the Fast Four. Mosteller in the Chevrolet, he's back there in fourth. Champagne back there in fifth. Josh Lilly, wheel to wheel there with Sean Rowe. Lilly with a slide, Rowe on the outside. A lot of these guys still looking for position. You've seen those single car spins. Joseph Goff has just been all over the place here tonight. He hasn't had that car tuned in the way he's wanted it to be. Champagne in third. A look to the bottom. There James Thurston, but it's not going to really get it. 37 out of 150. Half a second the difference from first to second. Kevin Champagne, Daniel Mosteller, Justin Champagne, and no surprise here, the Champagne names are up front here in the Clash. They've always been strong at the Coliseum. There's just something about it every time they come here. Those two and Joe get it done nonstop. Lap 39 out of 150. There's still a ways to go. For Sean Conklin, you're not out of the woodwork just yet because that 96 has come to play. 4-9 back, James Thurston. Should we say that Ford machine has come to play? Company, Kevin Champagne on the bottom. Saw a little peek there out of that 94. He's going to continue to maybe look to that inside. Here he goes. Thurston at the bottom. Forces Conklin wide. He holds on to the lead. James Thurston top of the board. Buck gets tagged by Kevin Champagne. Still pulls away, and now the battle's for second. Conklin on the outside. Champagne on the bottom. He got Thurston inching away, trying to hold on. Just look at the smoke come out. Kevin Champagne smacks the inside wall. Oh, man was going for the lead at one point. And now drops all the way back to 13th. Conklin second, Mosteller third, Justin in fourth. Joseph Goff. Around again, Conklin at the bottom, fights for the lead. The traffic jam in the LA Coliseum. Conklin's back downstairs. He's going to force that Ford machine to the outside lane. Champagne, Mosteller pushing, shoving. There they go again. Thurston alongside to the outside. Conklin on the bottom, another shove. Sanders goes for a slide. The leaders miss him. And Justin Champagne now goes for the lead on the bottom. Time to get some. Conklin slams right in the door. Mosteller, another shot to the back end of the 38. Mose on the inside. Conklin on the outside. Can anyone hold on to Justin Champagne? Oh, Mosteller sideways. Did he save it? For the most part, he did, but with damage on the right side. That's going to lose these guys even more time. You're down to about 100 laps to go this time. And Justin Champagne is your race leader. What a clash we have so far here tonight. Conklin trying to close. Thurston has Sean Rowe right to that rear end and bangs the rear again off that Ford machine. 4-7-5 the difference. 52 in. 150 the difference. Brings us to 99 to go. Drew Jua, should we say Malone in that 38 machine. Going at it with Goff, opens the door for Conklin on the bottom. Joseph Armstrong sits there in third. Not over just yet. More pushing, more shoving. Back to turn 3. Joe to the bottom. Champagne loses the main spot. Armstrong, sneaks through one, wants to, finds his way around New Bigging. Joseph Armstrong top of the board. The push has come to shove. Champagne to the bottom again. Joe, I don't think he's gonna save this one. Yes, he does. Through goes Rowe. Unbelievable. They're just still laying on each other. Armstrong, Champagne, Sean Rowe in the silver bullet, top of the board with 93 to go. Mosteller around for a spin, and this will be right in the middle of the field. The caution will wave. Oh man, I have no idea what to say. This is just unreal. Let's watch back as pit road looks like it's going to get busy. Here's the first one with Joe here in Champagne. Joe locked to the left front. Champagne locks up all in the front end. Rowe just snuck on through. And Matthew Bauer continues to have issues. I think Joe is getting ready to send him a message. Brower, Thurston, they get into it. There's just so much to watch on what's going on, and then Demos just lost it on his own. Little tap to the inside wall. But nonetheless, the caution will come out again. Here's a quick warning from headquarters back in Nashville, Tennessee. Warning to Joseph Goff. If he continues to struggle with holding on to his machine, he will be disqualified. He's gone around more than any other driver. And once again, warning Joseph Goff. Conklin, now William Schmidt into third. Hey, I don't want to jinx anything, but that was definitely one of the best openers we've had for a Clash ever. It was unbelievable. And now we have 89, 88 laps to go, and we'll line back up 2 by 2 with 87 left to go in the race. What's it gonna be? Who will find victory lane? Can Sean Rowe in the silver bullet get it done on the inside? How about Sean Conklin on the outside? 87 laps to go in LA. Conklin, a quick tap to the back end of the 99. Alex Anderson to the top. Schmidt to the bottom. Pulls it back through the wheel. James Thurston, Joseph Armstrong. They're ready to shove it out. 85 laps to go. That will be this time by Conklin. Knows the pushing and shoving is basically code here in the Coliseum, but you don't want to dump the guy. You can see Joe also putting the bump to the back end of the 67. Looks for a 3-wide move. James Thurston on the bottom. Conklin closes the gap. Kevin Champagne walks up down to the inside lane, saves it. Gavin Austin in front of Matthew Brower. Rowe, Conklin, Schmidt, James Thurston, Alex Anderson, Justin Champagne, smoke out of the leaders up front. It's just them locking up. They're locking up so many times. 82 to go. Conklin looks at the bottom. Runs that white line. Gets a drive off corner exit. And he's closed that gap big time there to Rowe. I don't think Rowe's got to be thinking this is going to be all calm for now because he could get a shot at any moment. The pushing has already been a focal point in tonight's race. Armstrong drives into the side of James Thurston. Thurston wide. Conklin holds on. 80 to go. He's got him right here. He continues to look back to the bottom. But what can William Schmidt do? I think Schmidt's going to be the big caveat here. I think he's going to really just wait it out. We called him the closer in times before. I think he will be in position once that checkered flag is waving to make that move. And Conklin's thinking, hey, fourth on back. They're already fighting it out back there. Let's wait and be calm. Calm. Such an interesting word here at the Coliseum. You don't see that a lot around the racetrack. As Kevin Champagne's found his way around Armstrong. Man, that left front on Joe has got to be absolutely cooked and flat spotted nearly into maybe a hexagon because it's been unreal how much that car's struggling on entry. Conklin, fourth, 4 back. Schmidt, 9 back. Top 3 under a second. 75 laps to go in the clash. He wants it quickly, and James Thurston's now joined the ranks. To the inside of Schmidt, the old switcheroo, and Toyota will lose a bold spot up inside the top 3 as Thurston is poised to make up that time. Conklin 2-2 back. Quick bomb to the back end of Rowe, but Rowe unfazed will power off a 4, and these two will get ready to do the love taps back and forth. Now the next gen, a lot of tapping, it's commonplace, it's consistent. You're gonna see it throughout the entire night. What you don't wanna see is the shoving that turns into a spin, because it's pretty simple. If you've ever been on iRacing, there's nothing more infuriating in any type of sim racing, in any type of video game, in any type of console game, PC, than getting your rear end jacked up and dropped off into the outside wall. Now that comes with someone that doesn't iRace consistently. I broadcast, should you say. But I'm telling you, when I used to race on iRacing and I got wrecked for what felt like no reason, man, I just wanted to go back out there and wreck the damn person. And I'm telling you right now, all these drivers have to be feeling that here around the LA Coliseum. Here's Thurston trying to the bottom of Conklin. Looks to the inside. And James Thurston now runs catbird here in the clash. 68 to go. Sean Rowe, next victim in line for the Ford. He's got the lunge to the inside, but he's got to hold the consistency. 67 to do it. Toyota, Ford. Thurston originally had the L5. It was reverted because he didn't wall ride. They're saying he was pushing the wall, and because of how small this track is, he couldn't get off of it. A bold statement by the admins. Now show Thurston in that second position. And a great call too. We look back to it. It was close. I had my opinions on it. It may have been different from everyone else, but nonetheless, it gives us the battle for the lead. Caution's gonna wave. Goff goes around as Ethan Vietbu was parked in the middle of the start-finish line. The iHeart Megan Maroney Mustang. I think he's driving that car because in the Discord server, I listen to Megan Maroney consistently, and I'm proud to say it too. She is amazing. Amazing country singer. I recommend. But nonetheless, it has gone dinged up on all ends, and oh, and it gets a lot worse. Wow. Him and Joseph Goff have been involved in multiple incidents tonight, but for Ethan Vietbu, it's another incident he does not want to be in. Do love the scheme. We'll point that out. Goff not into it, and oh, Vietbu then just got into back. And Vietbu will get a warning from what we're hearing about his driving. And a lot of these drivers have been getting into a lot of incidents. But nonetheless, we've kept it mostly green throughout this race. Who's gonna win the clash? Less than 60 laps to go. And James Thurston looks to be the one to watch here tonight with Sean Rowe. They should get lights off next time by. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a lot of fun. And we're just 20 likes away from what it looks like. Before we get our second community event of the night, which would be the 1 hour at Road America. The first sports car racing at our night in America. It could happen after the clash if we hit 300 likes. Ladies and gentlemen, lights off, the one to go. Sean Rowe in the Toyota. James Thurston in the Ford as the Blue Ovals and the brothers line up row number 2. 57 laps to go in the Coliseum. Champagne laying on Joe. Lock up there on the nose. See Sean Rowe going back to that outside. Losing a lot of ground, allowed James Thurston to sneak on through. Kevin Champagne into second. Armstrong lays on Rowe. Throws Rowe up and into the outside wall. Kevin Champagne, brand new body on that Mustang. Well, he's got a blue oval in front of him that he needs to track down for the lead. And I don't think James Thurston will be giving that up too easily. 53 to do it. Man, Kevin's just so strong down off exit. He's able to rotate well through center, able to power down off exit. Keeps it under a 4, gets it to a 3.7. And he's running a completely different line than Thurston. Thurston's target is that white line on the bottom. Champagne, on the other hand, has been really trying to target that second half, that quick up. He believes he's got more grip up there, and with how these guys have been running, he may be right. Sun setting from LA. 51 to go. Thurston sliding that rear. A lot of daylight to the inside now. You can see he's changing that lineup. He's just trying to go ahead and keep within arm's length there at Kevin Champagne, but Champagne's in the area now. If he wanted to drop that 4 machine off, he could. I don't believe he will. He runs wide into 3 and 4, and all that time that he made up has just been lost. 49 to go. Down to 48. James Thurston, Kevin Champagne, Joseph Armstrong, Daniel Mosteller, Sean Rowe, Vincent Gucci, Sean Conklin back to 8th. And Armstrong's back there in 30. See how destroyed that nose is? That's mainly because the paint schemes, for the ones that don't know, on iRacing, they have changed up the Toyota and the Ford noses. So if you're using the old template, it's going to look like the car came out of a junkyard. And for Armstrong, he just wanted to run the same scheme that he ran in the original first ever Clash at the Coliseum in NR Night in America. 45 to go. Thurston losing time. Josh Lilly in front of him. Lane Sanders parks it on pit road. And Joseph Goff is the next one in line. Lap traffic has already shown to be difficult in years past to navigate through. For Thurston, it's an easy slip by Goff. For Kevin Champagne, that was a quick wheel-to-wheel that ended up being a pass, but it's still half a second the difference between first and second. New Bigging in front of Thurston. Schmidt in front of New Bigging. And they're catching up to the guys sitting 13th, 12th, and 11th. It's going to be a lot harder to pass. These guys are going to be about equal speed. They've just been getting into a lot of shoving matches, should we say. Oh, and the more pushes come to shove. Joey back. Up and into the outside wall. Joseph Goff. One of the drivers that got tagged, they're going to keep it green. Now let him race. Let him keep going. Thurston on the bottom. Matthew Brower, next one in tow there with William Schmidt. Can Kevin Champagne catch the 4 and pass the 4? That's the big question. James Thurston, the most winningest driver in NR Night in America, wants to find his first community win. Looking to the inside of Brower. Now he wants to get around this mess quickly because these are the guys that have been just getting thrown around all night. You see Sean Conklin, another one in the wall. And it slammed it on the right side. Mosteller 3 laps down. 37 to go. Josh Lilly back on the racing surface. Champagne. He wants it. He's breathing. He's looking for the move to the inside of Matthew Brower. Champagne. Thurston. Now Gavin Austin even looking down to the bottom. He wants it to work so bad. He wants to find a way through. But it's not going to end, or work, should we say, on that end of the speedway. Champagne and Thurston, back nose to tail. 2-9, 3 the difference. Back to that 3-3. Lock up on the left front. Thurston, still pressure from Champagne. Kevin looking right to the inside. He wasn't going to get him though on that end of the speedway. He's going to have to move him. That's the only way he's going to find a way around that 4. That 4 is still way too consistent. Champagne to the bottom. Thurston on the outside. Powers off exit. Locks it into 1 and 2. And Champagne is playing 4D chess right now with the Ford out in front. When do you go for the love tap? 30 to go. Pushes. Try to get him wide. Down off exit. Armstrong, 4 seconds back. Thurston, Champagne, 2-7 the difference. Goff's gonna be right in front of him. Thurston in the bottom. Has to go for a big lunge. Look at the machines out in front of that 4 machine. Spin in front of the leaders. Caution's gonna wave. Might once again have been Matthew Brower. And we will have another restart. Let's see what happened. Joey Beck. No, had nothing to do with Brower's all back and Lane Sanders. But Beck gets into Lane right here. Lane just hooks him. Goes right down the track out of frustration. Doesn't collect anyone else, but it will bring the caution out once again. Pit road, it's a busy one. Some drivers coming in for tires. Joseph Armstrong will retake the race lead off of a strategy call. While the other machines coming on in. It's exciting. But now it's time to run the table. 24 laps to go. .23 to go. We look to see how pit road's going. I think they've all gotten off besides Beck. They're now in Douglas New Biggie. Mosteller's down there as well. So we look to have maybe 20, 21 laps to go when we get this one refired. The 1 to go. .21 laps to decide the winner of the 2024 iRacing Clash at the Coliseum. Show on the bottom. Gucci on the outside. Let him rip. Kevin Champagne, 3 wide on the bottom. On the new tires, James Thurston goes for a slide. Caution will wave again. Champagne and Sanders involved in the mess. Yeah, I'm worried about that. Some of these guys back there on fresh rubber versus being back there on, or being up front on the worn tires. Not sure what would end up being the right call there. Watch again. It's almost like Thurston got neck coated here. Now, he was going to get hit no matter what. I mean, the way Champagne came in and how he slowed down, I think it ended up being a ghost hit. But there was really just nowhere to go, and now you're down to the final 18 laps. It's go time right here. This is going to be a quick yellow. There's going to be only 17 laps to go in this race. You have to commit. You have to strategize correctly here. You cannot make another mistake. Time to lock in. 17 to go in the BUSCH LIGHT CLASH. Gucci shunting Champagne into Armstrong, turning them sideways. Kevin Champagne around. Leaders coming, caution will wave. And we had a green flag racing early on, but you're in that no-go zone. Either it works or it doesn't. And to get ready to cap off speed weeks before the e-ticket event, multiple drivers want to win. And we are confirming this will not be the only race tonight. We'll have our first ever sports car race in our Night in America, the 1 hour at Road America. And Gucci just shunted right in, but there wasn't enough breathing room. You can see Kevin Champagne got it backfired, but Alex Anderson was right there for the taking. And there was just nothing you could have done. William Schmidt is now your race leader with 14 laps to go. What I'm excited about is there's new manufacturers that have never raced in our Night in America that are going to be racing in race number 2. There's going to be manufacturers that'll be going for their first ever win. Cadillac, BMW, all looking for an opportunity. We will have sticks on the board for 11 laps to go in the BUSCH LIGHT CLASH. Comes down to right here. All it comes down to. Schmidt, Vincent Gucci. Both have the lights off. Lining up 2 by 2. Sean Conklin, Max Swearigan, he's back. Rowe, Armstrong, Brower, Gavin Austin. Toyota for the first time tonight will lock out the front row. Pace car down and away. Sticks on the board. 11 to go. Conklin on the bottom. He's able to make it work. Shoves Schmidt wide. 10 to go. Schmidt a blink. And Conklin's going to be all over. Remember, this 54 led really early on. Moves to 79. Pushing, shoving. Way in the rear. Matthew Brower involved. Push to the outside wall. They're going to let him race as long as they get it back refired. Leaders are there. Caution will wave again. And Brower's been turned around sideways so many times tonight. Once again, involved in an incident. This not of his own wrongdoing. This time it looked like he just Rode a wave. Look at this thing. He has no control. He's just getting shoved up into the outside wall. And what ended up being a very clean LA clash is turning into a crapshoot here late. We do have overtime if we need it. But the real question will be, how does this end? We're going to have 5 laps to determine a winner. 17 drivers on the lead lap. Conklin on the bottom. Schmidt on the outside. Pace car will make the hard lap back onto pit road. 5 to go at the Coliseum. Schmidt to the bottom. Covers off Joe. He's got the drive off corner exit. They're pushing it, shoving back. There's be relaxed yellows for what goes on the back. Armstrong shoves Schmidt into the outside wall. Can he get it refired? He does. And Sean Conklin starts pulling away. Oh, I don't think this is going to get pretty. Armstrong into the barrels. And we will see overtime at the Coliseum. Wow. And he just drilled Schmidt in the rear. And we'll never forget the infamous moment in 2022 when Armstrong won the clash by wrecking Leclerc. And the entire chat was in a sea of boos. Schmidt blinked out right when it also happened. Man. And Joe will not even restart. Oh, there's Schmidt. Crowd loving it. William Schmidt turning Joseph Armstrong. And this is what your field has shown. Overtime from the Coliseum, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a 2-lap dash to victory lane. Next time by, we will see the one to go. 18 drivers, 2 laps. We can relax the yellows for way in the back. Way back there. I would say about 12th on back. Relax yellows will be on. One last push. One last drive. Ford, Toyota, Chevy, Mustang. Can Sean Rowe in the Silver Bullet find victory lane? Can Sean Conklin find victory lane? Can Mosteller come back from maybe a 5-lap deficit? 2 laps, 30 seconds, overtime from the Coliseum. Rowe cuts in line, shunts the 54 wide. Through goes Mosteller. Wreck in the rear. Conklin pays him back. Salamanca, 1 to go at the Coliseum. Most with the push, with the drive. Kevin Austin looks for the run. Mosteller gets turned. Justin Champagne, victorious. No, they're calling it Kevin Austin, victorious at the line. He won the LCQ and wins in the last-ditch effort Gavin Austin victorious in the Busch Light Clash. I cannot believe it. What was that? Push to the line. And you saw it at the corner of your screen. Uh-oh. Champagne's doing burnouts. I think he thought he won. We're going to review it. We're going to have to review it no matter what. But Gavin Austin won the LCQ, wins the main event. Happy birthday to the driver of the number 16. Unreal. Let's watch back. And he got him. Mose, the shove. Gavin gets into the 87. And Champagne just clipped that 87 machine. This was the drive to the checkered flag. Wow. And that doesn't get you excited for the Florida 500 a week from today. I don't know what will. Watch again. Bang, gets right into him. I cannot believe that. The entire final lap. You know what? No, not even. How about the entire overtime finish, and we're not going to say a word, just sit back and watch. Was this year's Clash better than the one in 22 and 23? Unreal. Let's go ahead and talk to your race winner, ladies and gentlemen. Gavin Austin, victorious from the Clash at the Coliseum, and it's happening. We will have a race number 2, our second community event of the night, and that'll be the last race before the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500. Ladies and gentlemen, follow Darrington Woodworking on Instagram, the proud sponsor of the great event, the Florida 500. He builds custom woodworking pieces, projects big or small, you design it, he builds it. American made, located in southern Utah. And I'm telling you, he makes some of the best pieces. He's made pieces for the ER, for our firefighters that keep us safe. You think it, he'll design it. I'm telling you right now, the man to go to for your custom pieces. Let's go chat with Gavin Austin. Austin, so John, you got a copy?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I got a copy. I'm like shaking right now. Oh my.
So let's not even start with the finish here. We got to start in the heats. You didn't make it out of your heat. What was going through your head?
I was like, dang, I missed it. But I was a little bit excited because I got my birthday cake. It's my birthday, so like I'll be like, well, if I don't make the last chance qualifier, which I didn't think I would, I'll just go ahead, eat my cake, be happy. But man, winning the last chance qualifier, making it in the race, and then to winning the race is just unreal. It's like I'm shaking right now. Wow, I don't know, it's crazy.
It was exciting. You made the LCQ, but you almost didn't. Frank DeAngelis, a huge swing. I mean, he thought it was the home run derby. And the LA Coliseum, they've seen a baseball game before. The Dodgers played here, I believe, one time in the World Series. But hey, he swung. He missed. You got in.
Yes, sir. On my
you
birthday
didn't even
too.
look like you were going to be a big prospect for this race. You started last. You got into a lot of incidents, but the cautions came out the right time for you. And Justin Champagne just missed it by what felt like an inch. 1/1000th, maybe a tenth. We got to get the official word, but unbelievable. 6/1000ths, that's what they're saying. 6/1000ths of a second.
Wow.
Is what made the difference from first and second.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, that's probably, like, I don't know, I have no words to speak. It's just, I'm in complete shock right now, so sorry for, like, you know, whatever, but man, I can't, wow, I'm shocked.
Originally, the scoring loop, when I realized this was a photo finish, I went to the scoring loop, it said Justin Champagne won. And I thought, wow. And then all of a sudden, when you guys were in 1 and 2, they reverted it and called you the winner. When did you know you came to victory lane?
As soon as I exited 2, or the first corner, it's a small track. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was so close. Like, I had no idea. I was screaming in the VC with everyone. We were like, I don't know, it's crazy.
Well, how about this? How about the viewers back at home? Great crowd was watching you during this one. What do you got to say to them?
I mean, thanks for watching. You guys watched a heck of a race. John, are you doing another race again?
We got 300 likes. We have our second community. Now, what we've been telling viewers, the community events, ladies and gentlemen, we've been trying to keep it as standalone races. Like the Clash would have been a standalone race. We just had the 2.4. That's a standalone race. And the reason why we're doing that is because I'm calling so many races now in person. The community events allow me to continue to do races when I, like the iRacing sim races, while I still have to call races on the weekend without losing the voice. So that's when I said, hold on, community events, just standalone. But last night they said, when are we going to do a sports car race? When are we going to do a sports car race? Early on we said GTEs or GT3s. Well, it's the GTPs. They'll be racing tonight, so 2 community events in one night. Are you going to go back to back?
I'm going to celebrate my birthday, so I won't be doing the next race. But, you know, I'm going to celebrate the win, too.
Walk on a high. Walk on a high. That's all I got to say.
I believe it's me and Frank are the only drivers who have 1 NR on their birthday, so.
We believe that as well. And you got a community event when you're going to be racing in the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500. You've never won an e-ticket. You've come close before. How are you wrapping your head around what's about to happen?
You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of good drivers in the event racing, so it's a lot of pressure on me and a lot of other drivers, you know, to do good. So I don't know. I still got to make my game plan for the race, but we'll do our best, and I'll try to get in victory lane. So
it's gonna be an absolute blast to see if you can go ahead and win. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think Gavin Austin will win his first e-ticket event? You got a lot of great drivers that are going for what looks to be a fun night. What are you most looking forward to with that event, I may ask?
You know, I'm excited for the fans to have a good time. Great racing, so excited to be racing in it also. It's a pleasure to be in the event, and I appreciate it.
Excited to have you. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Gavin Austin. Chef Moorhead drops down the $2 super chat, and we're going to go ahead and bring it back to our studios here in Nashville, Tennessee, just for the time being. Wow. That was awesome. That was exciting. I'm excited that we did the Clash. The Clash has become such an annual tradition on this channel, and it's so much fun to see how it goes. But the GTPs are ready to reign, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the call was great. Man, calling a race inside a stadium is something else. I'll give it that. It was a lot of fun. It was exciting. I think as a viewer, it was exciting. And now we're ready. The storylines are lining up. This is the last race before the next e-ticket event, the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500. If you get there early, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the new icons for every Discord, or let me phrase that, YouTube member. We have over 130 members, and we hope when we take the green flag next Friday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, you spam all of those icons, all those green icons, to go ahead and take the green flag. The GTPs are ready. We're excited. We know it's going to be a lot of fun. I am just beyond excited for what we're about to get. Heading into our first e-ticket of 2024. The hype for NR Night has been what feels like off the rails recently. Such on a high, and we're so glad to have an e-ticket event and a new video also dropping the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye on that. Well, this whole year has really been about firsts. The first time we've done this style of racing for the Coliseum. The first time we've done IndyCar in a long time. First time in a long time, should we say, for IndyCar. New car track combos. Well, we were told that we got to go medium downforce here on these GTPs. And for the first time ever, NR Night in America is going to have an endurance race with sport cars in our community. This is a community event. It is called the 1 hour of Road America. Road America was an outcast in NR Night for so long. We never did it because road course racing was not popular. Then it became a huge add-on of demand. Matter of fact, this is a part of the Road Course Rumble as well. This will also be a part of the Road Course Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you join the league, NR Night in America, to race this race. This will be race 2 of the Road Course Rumble. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. We're putting this session up as we speak. And we're making sure everything is where it needs to be. Medium downforce set as we get ready to rock and roll. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting. GTPs, I've never called a GTP race. I didn't even test a GTP race before we even come into this. It should be something to really keep an eye out for. But this will be race 2 of the Road Course Rumble, another tournament in NR Night in America. And we're just making sure everything's good. It's a 1 hour race, medium downforce set, making sure that is exactly what it is on. No changes, no looks. Everything looks good. The GTP setups are on. They're going to have 10 minutes of open qualifying. 10 minutes of open qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, before we go green. We realized sports car racing looks a lot of fun. Looks very exciting for a lot of you viewers. So, and the best part about it, so many of you said, let's do it. Let's have fun with it. It's going to be a blast. We are ready to rock and roll. Let's get ready to go green. Fast repairs off. Green, white, checkers off. 60 drivers can join. Yes, we are correct. 60 drivers can go ahead and join. You will have unallocated time be charged for the full. That's totally fine. I thought for a second they were giving us a different time period. I was like, hold on, hold the horses. We're just checking to make sure everything is good so I don't have to buy a session twice. But a 1 hour GTP IMSA race. It's not a multi-class race. It's just the GTPs. And we're going to see our first ever sports car race in NR Night in America. Welcome Cadillac. Welcome BMW. Cadillac and BMW, one of 2 manufacturers, or one of many, should we say. They'll be looking for their first ever win in NR Night in America. Session is up. Password is IDK, and it is confirmed. Acura, Porsche, BMW, and Cadillac. The big 4 manufacturers going for 40 spots. Qualifying will be important. 40 drivers can go ahead and take the green flag. We're not doing 60. We're not going to go ahead and do that at all. But it is going to be a lot of fun to see how this goes down. NR Night in America, request to go ahead and join there if you haven't already. Accepting applications as time goes on. What to expect? Well, different style of racing than we usually see on the road course styles. Usually with the stock cars, more beating and banging. I think we will see a little bit of pushing and shoving. These are NR Night in America drivers more than anything. So, not day into night. It is a 1 hour race. This is the final race of the night. And then we'll see you guys next Friday for the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500. Keep up to date with us on the socials because it is going to be an absolute blast to see how everything rolls out. I'm ready. I'm excited. Hopefully you are excited as well. What did you guys think of the clash? Gavin Austin going to victory lane. And we are ready to roll. Read in the chat. Maybe a racer. I don't know. This is a community event. Community events, we're trying to keep it to a bare minimum on how many races we do within one night. which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And the best part about it is once we end this stream, I have to get right to work again on the Darrington Woodworking 4 to 500. We're stress testing the system, getting overlays on. Everything is ready to roll. So come next Friday. It is the best broadcast you guys have ever seen. It's the best quality you have ever seen. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Thank you to everyone that super chat tonight. Chef Moorhead, very grateful for that. Thank you to everyone that's tuned on in. One final race. So 2 community events tonight. The BUSCH LIGHT CLASH at the Coliseum. And we have the 1 hours. Or the Road America. Or 1 hours. The 1 hour at Road America. I said hours. Like acting like there was more than 1 hour. No. It's the 1 hour at Road America. Session is up. Password. There is none because you have to join within the league to go ahead and rock with us. It is race 2 of the Road Course Rumble. And we're ready to go green. And once again, you got to make sure you have one of the cars to go ahead and race with us. A lot of Cadillacs joining on in, a lot of drivers ready to rock and roll. Let's get ready to go green. We're making sure things are in the right position of where they need to be before we light them up. Are you guys ready? For so many, you have asked for something like this, and it is finally here. Well, now what? Now what do we do? We wait because qualifying is underway. We're doing some quick updates to the GTPs, making sure we're all in. Not fully taking our time. We're trying to go ahead and get in there within a good distance or a great time period, should we say. But it's going to be a blast. We're all very excited. We hope you're excited as well. The last time we did an endurance race, it was a lot of fun. What to expect? No clue. But I will say, every driver wanted to win the first endurance race in NR Night in America. Every driver wanted to win the BUSCH LIGHT CLASH at the Coliseum. I can definitely guarantee you that. The real question now is going to be, what do we do when every single driver is going to want to win a sports car race in NR Night in America? The first ever sports car race in NR Night. Session is up. A lot of drivers are in. Let's get ready to go green. And once again, you guys can join by requesting to join the NR Night in America League. From there, we'll go ahead and have you guys register. It's going to be great. It's going to be very exciting as we get ready to go. Once again, it's the NR Night in America League. Request to join that, to join this race, because this is a road course rumble race. So the top 12 in points do score points towards that tournament. Decent sized field. Excited to see how this all goes down. And we will be ready to go green. Race number 2 of the night, the final race tonight. So thank you for everyone that dropped a like on this stream. Drop a like if you want to see more sports car racing in the future. Is this your first time watching a sports car race on iRacing? Yes or no? For me, it definitely is the first time calling it, as Acura, Cadillac, BMW, and Porsche become the 4 manufacturers ready to go green. What manufacturer I think is going to go to victory lane? My heart says Cadillac, but my brain thinks Porsche. I think whoever joins in that Porsche is going to be really quick tonight. We're going to see what manufacturers drivers join in as. And we got 10 minutes to go ahead and qualify. So some of them are still buying the GTP for the first time. Keep that in mind. We allowed it to open to 60. We're not guaranteed 60 drivers to open in. We look to possibly have about 40 guys, maybe 30, taking the green flag here tonight. So we're loaded on in. We're ready to go. And it's time to go sports car racing in NR Night in America. If this is a success, which so many drivers have talked about saying it's going to be a slam dunk, it's going to be a lot of fun, this is going to be must-watch racing. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's going to open up opportunities to broadcast NR Night in America from IndyCar, from NASCAR to sports car racing. Maybe even F1, maybe even dirt. Two that we might dip our toes back in again. Enough of me talking. Let's go trackside. Welcome to Road America. And if you're looking for the clash, it was race number 1. Let's go take a look at these manufacturers. Oh, we actually do not have a look of the manufacturers on our screen. William Schmidt in a Cadillac. Connor Murphy in a Cadillac. Michael Gudger in an Acura. Will Shack in an Acura. A Cadillac for Chad Thornquist. Zachary Truhl, a Cadillac out front. Daniel Mosteller, another Cadillac. This is Cadillac Central. Spencer Burns, a Cadillac. Drew Chua, a Cadillac. A BMW for Vincent Gucci. Andrew Leitch, a BMW. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to go green. Got 2 minutes left. A lot of drivers still looking to join. We're still accepting guys, but for the ones that are joining, you have to come in off of iRating for qualifying. Just accepted those final applications for the final drivers looking to make it on in. Let's get ready to go green. Max Swearigan, James Thurston, Jackson Byes. Now we will have single file restarts, which will be a lot of fun to see how they go. There are 5 SKS cars out there. Georgiua, another Cadillac. Man, it is Cadillac Central all around this racetrack. Where's the Porsche at? There's the Porsche. Josh Tart joining us there in the Porsche. We're very excited to have you all with us as we get ready to go green. Just a minute remaining before we kick off. Time to line them up, grid them up. Here from Road America, James Thurston to 4th, Jackson Byes to 5th. We're counting about 30 GTPs that we make in the start, and who will win the first ever sports car race in NR Night in America. I'm excited. We're gonna ask you all down below, all 4 manufacturers, yes, are in attendance for this race. Which manufacturer are you rooting for? Is it Acura? Is it Porsche? Is it BMW? Or is it the Cadillac? Let's get ready to go green. River Page, top of the board. Joey back, he's got Cadillac branding. He's got a lot of Cadillac branding, but that's a BMW nose. How about Tobias Matheson rolling his way around? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to go green flag racing. And our night in America, feeling victories all year long. Chad Thornquist rolls his way around. Spencer Burns, oh, he's sideways, he's backwards as well. As we get ready to rock and roll. Michael Gudger, top of the board. Alex Anderson, he's someone that's asked for this for a long, long time. Zachary Truhl, he sits 11th. Burns, Chad Thornquist in the Barbie Cadillac. Over 30 drivers work their way to Road America. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to go green. James Thurston as well. Thurston back to the line in his machine. As we get ready to go green flag racing. 1 minute left. Max Swearengin. A lot of Cadillac fans. I don't know, man. There's something about Acura. I think Acura's come to play. That's what I'm really excited to go ahead and see. Tobias Matheson, Zachary Steele. Spencer E. Burns. Oh, he's struggling big time, man. I don't think this is going to be Burns' race whatsoever. Here's a BMW. Andrew Like. Rolling his way around the racetrack. 20 seconds. Half the field sent down a time. New damage model on these Cadillacs, on these BMWs, on the GTPs. And who will win the first ever sports car race in NR Night in America? Chad Thornquist, top of the board. He's come to play. He's ready to give it his all. Nonetheless, Mosteller right with them. Ready to rock. Ready to roll. 1 hour. And we will be ready to go green. Once they go ahead and cross that start-finish line, that timer will start as we get ready to go all in. All in, yes. How many drivers will be taking the green flag here tonight, you may go ahead and ask? The left side of your screen shows it. 30 drivers. We'll get ready to go green. Will Chad Thornquist get his first win at 24? Or how will the rest of the night go? Let's get ready to go green. So once all the drivers load on in, we'll be ready to rock and roll. And you can see the Porsche pace car currently sitting at the start-finish line, and it is rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go green from Road America. Some even got the lights on. River Page, James Thurston. As we get ready to go green. Time to run it up as we get ready to ride. who knows what to expect. For some, this is a first. For others, oh, they race a lot of sports car races on iRacing, and I think they're really excited just to be here in this moment and ready to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've waited for. Let's go and say those magical words as they work their way off 5 and into 6. God, speed, drivers. You are go for throttle up. Matthew Brower starting from pit road. A lot of guys down there, they don't want their race to completely end down into turn 1. You know the drivers. You may not know the cars, but you'll get to know them really well with a 1 hour distance. Moorhead saying, let's go racing, you bunch of hot dogs. Yes, indeed. Let's get ready to roll. Most in second, Gudger back to third, Champagne. Lined up, River Page, James Thurston, Matthew Brower, Baker, Jua, Swearge, and Schmidt. As we get ready to go green. So a little problem with our overlays. It says, well, a word that I don't think exists in the English dictionary. But it will be next to the timer nonetheless. It's supposed to say remaining instead of, I'm not even gonna attempt. So, that is our code for something important. It's just on your screen. But with first comes new bugs, maybe some mistakes, but you can't be scared to fail in anything you do. So we're gonna race on as we have our beautiful wording right next to the 1 hours here in Road America. Pace car will make the hard left on the pit road, and 30 of NR's best will come to life up in Wisconsin. Off the final corner, the crowd rises to their feet. For the first time ever, we're going GTP racing in NR Night in America. Let's light the fuse in the 1 hour of Road America. Cadillac, Acura, BMW, and Porsche barrel into turn 1. Man, Thornquist didn't give a lot of room there to Mosteller. Most get through easily. Through turn 2 and 3, Chad Thornquist holds on to the lead. Now you know turn 5 is going to be really treacherous. A lot of these drivers are going to be struggling to get up through the gears and hard back on those brakes. Most to the outside. Thought better of it. Now to go ahead and barrel out of the gas quickly. Thornquist, Mosteller, Gudger, River Page. Some drivers just getting into the gas, but mostly no problem as they've kept it calm with now 59 minutes remaining. Connor Murphy, Max Sweargen, and Alex Anderson's in there as well. He's back to 12th. Miles Davis back in that 13th position. But Mosteller has not made a lunge on Chad Thornquist, and I'm telling you, he's been waiting for this race for a very long time. He has checked out away from the fellow, should we say, Acura, that's sitting there in that second position. In third, it is an Acura. It's a Cadillac in second. It's a Cadillac in the lead. And Michael Gudger trying to go ahead and make up that time. He has River Page back to fourth with James Thurston in fifth. An endurance race, a big flip of the switch. Chad Thornquist around. He's in the grass, and that was your race leader. Oh man, he was doing so well. And he will drop to the 15th position. Mosteller takes the lead right to the line. He will lead lap number 1. Gudger, Page into the litter. Baker finds his way into fourth. The thing about these GTPs, the braking zones are completely different than a NASCAR Gen 6, Next Gen, Xfinity truck, even the Gen 4. Sometimes we use them when we go racing. Carson Freeman might have been involved in an issue. No, that was Miles Davis around in his number 9. Davis wanting to get it refired back there in 16th, but it's not enough to go ahead and warrant a yellow. Cadillac, Acura, James Thurston, the old switcheroo, now finds his way into second as Baker works his way into third. And already this top 3 has shown to be the best in the business. They've raced the 2.4 hours of Daytona. They've done the 12 hours of Sebring. They've done every other long distance race iRacing has thrown at them. And right now they're thinking 1 hour, that's it? Man, that is nothing. And right now they're showing the speed. Thurston 3 seconds back to Mosteller. Baker 4 seconds back to him. But don't look now, look where Drew Chua is, right on the rear end there, the Tide Ride. So Thornquist went from a big opportunity of winning all the way back. Now this is a community event, and we keep track of community events at our Night in America. They're the car track combos that we usually wouldn't do, or maybe we would usually do them, but we make them a longer distance. And you want to win these races nonetheless. Just a second lap into this race. Mosteller continues to lead. Thurston in second, Baker in third, but under fire by Jua. And you got a lot of time to play around with. You got a lot of time to experiment. Baker back to 1 and 2. Easy in, easy out. Now the kink of 1 and 2 is really interesting. You get to turn 1, they get that little slight move that's almost like a dog leg, maybe a small end of a dog leg. That's turn 2. Turn 3 is that hard right-hander. This right here is turn 4 here at Road America. It's the hard left-hander. That's turn 5. And this has been make or break. Now, if you're wondering what Canada Corner is, I believe that's turn 12. And I love talking about Canada Corner for so many different reasons. Well, the first reason is just the history behind it. I remember so many different interesting moments of Road America. Originally, I was going to go to the Road America race in 2022. Elected not to do so. Well, guess what? I was told, oh, it was called Canada Corner at first because that end of the racetrack points out into Canada. Well, that's wrong. Completely wrong. That end of Canada Corner is called Canada Corner because there were beers out there. One time they said, oh, those are Canadian beers. This is called Canada Corner. Well, still legend actually to this point. But the most common reason to why it's called Canada Corner, from what I've been able to find, is because they say if you don't break into that corner, which is this one right here, you're going off into Canada. I think that one is one of the best versions of a corner at any racetrack. And as we continue storytelling, Drew Jua well under fire, the Baker 25. This is the battle for that third position with 54 minutes remaining. River Page up into 5th, and James Thurston has actually started that quest to close on in. Lost a lot of speed there. There's James Thurston. There's Mosteller, both Acuras. There's Baker, another Acura, now back to 3rd. Oh, not Acura, sorry, continue to say Acura. All those are Cadillacs. The next Acura, we gotta look all the way back to Michael Gudger, now sitting in that 6th position. There's Tart. There's Schmidt, there's Max Swearigan, there's Alex Anderson, Chad Thornquist, who's dropped back to 11th but actually made up ground. Truel, Jackson Buys. Here's Justin Connor, Connor Murphy, Miles Davis, Girla, Downey, Steely, Joey Back, Matthew Brower. May have had some damage earlier in this race. Spencer Burns already on pit road. And DeAngelis will be joining those guys as well. They were involved in a very early incident in this race. Turn 1 has always been tough for some machines. It's already shown to be the make or break. Jua to the inside here, Baker. Now the GTPs are not as loud as the next gens, the Xfinity Series machines. They do have a distinct sound to them. If I'm not mistaken, the hybrid counterparts are soon to make it to iRacing if they haven't already. Page there in 5th, another big advocate for sports car racing. Now, will sports car racing become the new thing in our Night in America? Not exactly sure. I think we're going to do a little bit more in the future. As you see, the wheel-to-wheel Baker is going to give the inside of Jua, but definitely NASCAR stock car racing is where the bread and butter is for this community. How about it? 3 wide looking, the battle for third. Page to the back end, looks to the bottom. Jua around the outside, completes the pass. He works his way into the third position. Chad Thornquist, don't look now, he's just knocking him off. Like, Truel, another wheel-to-wheel. Cadillac on the bottom. BMW on the outside, and they're going to continue to swap for positions. That looks to be for about 10th or 11th. The idea of a 12-hour Sebring has been something we've talked about consistently on this channel. We would definitely do it with these cars, the GTPs, the GTDs, or should we say the GT3s. But at the end of the day, we continue to look at innovation and growth in our Night in America. If you're looking for the BUSCH LIGHT CLASH, that was race number 1. We're currently on the second race, the 1 hour of Road America, currently led by Daniel Mosteller. James Thurston, Jua 7 and change back. River Page and TCB. And you know what's also great about this? This gives us an opportunity because the cars are not as loud. We could do mid-race interviews, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go chat to your race leader right now, Daniel Mosteller. Let's go hear what he's got to say about how his car is handling. We're going to get ready to go ahead and drag him up. Most, this is John. You got a copy? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I scare you?
Yes, you did.
Did it happen to lose time to James Thurston? No, it did not. They can hear you loud and clear. I don't know about the clear part, but they can hear you because of just the different engine tone compared to this and the next gen. How's the car handling out there?
It feels great right now. A lot better than a next-gen car here.
Oh, wow, that's a swipe. Wow. All right, so, you know, give the viewers the opportunity to understand. What's the difference between this and a commonplace car that we would race at a road course like a next-gen or an Xfinity Series stock car?
This thing, it sounds beautiful. Well, I gotta beat the race chat there while yelling.
What are they yelling for?
I don't know. Frank's pretty bad right now. So a lot of people. Everyone's just screaming. But yeah, the Caddy, all these cars, they a lot more grip on them. You can go a lot faster.
I can see you're trying to talk. The only problem is every time you talk to us, you've lost time to James Thurston. What was 2 seconds is now 1:3. I'm not trying to distract you here. Do we have to go ahead and put you back in a different chat?
This is all for fun, man. You keep interviewing. I'm enjoying it.
Well, don't look now, but he is a second back to you, and at one point he was about 2.6.
We'll see.
Should we interview him?
Yeah, bring him in here.
You know what? Let's just bring him in here as well. This is our first road course race, or should we say sports car race in our Night in America, and it just gives us new opportunities to innovate, and the innovation is part of the fun. When did you think that?
Oh, I love it.
Well, here's one problem. James Thurston is not in any chat. I know he wants to win this race badly. You know this very well. Since 2021, he's been asking for this type of race.
Yeah, everyone has. Finally getting it, so we're going to put on a show here.
Well, hey.
Is Champagne in this race?
Champagne, if he is way, way back there. I'm talking Caboose. No, he is not.
Man, I need to get my... I'm not very happy after that Coliseum race.
All right, well, I'm going to sit right with you here. I want to point this out. I love the interview that they did with a baseball player during spring training. When they had him in hit, they got to hear what he was thinking during an at-bat. I want to know what you're thinking right here. Thurston is 8 back, and he is hauling. What's going through your head right now?
I'm not the fastest in these cars. I'm surprised I'm leading. I don't really know what I'm doing. So, to be leading, that's awesome. Kind of threw me off my rhythm a little bit.
Oh, I did. I'm so sorry.
No, this is all for fun, man. I really like this. You should get like TCB in here. TCB's like in the top 5.
Well, we're going to
top
interview
6.
him soon. He's going wheel to wheel with Max Swearigan back there. That's definitely an interview that we have to have. But I'm curious right here. This is turn 9 and 10. Very interesting part of the racetrack. You made up a lot of speed here last time, but right now I've been looking at it. You make up a lot of time off Canada corner and back to the start-finish line. What would you say is the best part of this racetrack from your standpoint?
Freeways. I can hear the engine roar as loud as it is. This thing sounds beautiful. That's why I picked the Caddy. Words can't describe how like beautiful it sounds, and it sounds beautiful on broadcast.
Well, you think a Cadillac's going to go to victory lane? I would say so for you. You're driving a Cadillac.
Well, I got someone right on me. Look at here. I got a snake down the straightaway.
It's going to be tough. You got to go to the bottom right here. I like that. I like that move. Break that trap.
The ball's right there.
Uh-oh. No, don't do that. Did you almost wreck in an interview? That would have been horrendous. I would have felt so bad if that would have been the case. But, I mean, you got 47 minutes left, though. How do you attack this race compared to laps? I mean, in laps, you know when the race is going to end, unless we get an overtime. With the minute side, you got to go, it really just depends on pace. Like, are you good to go to the end on fuel?
Absolutely not. We're going to have to make a pit stop here.
Well, I think we had a wreck back there. Matthew Brower on pit road.
Oh, that was on the they pit start. They crashed because basically, I guess the rule is that when you pit start, you can just speed full speed out of the pits. But I guess Brower didn't understand that. Well, pit road at the initial start.
Well, they're on pit road. I think for a lot of them, they just want to finish. You got company. He's there. He's ready to go. The crowd's getting ready to get on their feet. Back to turn 6. You're struggling with that rear end. What's going on with the rear end of the car?
I'm just happy. You know, I don't know.
Maybe I'm just giving you too many words. Did I destroy that? So we're going to let you go so you can get back on your rhythm. I'd hate to go ahead and have him pass you because of this. Moss Stellar, love talking with you. We're going to continue to do mid-race interviews. Are you an advocate for this?
Car right here. Throw the yellow. Throw the yellow. It's a car on the gravel. Throw the yellow.
Oh, no, did I actually do that? I thought he was in front of you. I cannot believe you just got me to throw the damn yellow.
He was in the gravel.
Are you kidding me?
He was in the gravel.
I feel like such an idiot.
There was a car in the gravel.
You scared me. I didn't know he was in the gravel. I thought he was in front of you. Yeah, maybe I think we should end the interview right there. I cannot believe that. Good luck with the rest of the race.
I got 4 tires on this car now.
Well, the caution is out because the car was in the gravel, and Moss Stellar made me think it was in front of him when he said throw the yellow. Got a little nervous. Let's go ahead and get a check on who exactly that was, but we did have a couple incidents during the race. I guess this is the get me over caution to the next run. Let's go ahead and see what happened. And that would be the number 29 machine. Show the number 20. That'd be Ethan Duttlinger. And his Acura is all destroyed. But he's trying to get back on the racetrack, you can see. He's struggling to go ahead and get back. Oh, he was there for a while. He broke the suspension arm and I want to say just got stuck in the litter. Let's go ahead and see. Lost the rear end, right in the gravel. Yow. That's going to do it. Another machine on pit road. Back from Road America with about 44 minutes remaining, and pit road seems to actually be pretty stacked. Connor Murphy's down there. We got the opportunity. Let's go ahead and talk with Frank DeAngelis as we go ahead and see what's been going on from him. Now, this is all in preparation of one day doing a 12-hour race or maybe a 24-hour race, where we would have to interview drivers mid-race. Frank, I'm sorry if I scared you. What happened back there? Your car is junked.
So, we pit started. For the viewers, when you pit start, it's a strategy where you just let the countdown do whatever, and then you just stay in the pits and let the field fly by, and then out you go behind that field. So you're allowed to speed through the pits to get back kind of a head start from pit starting, and admins clear it. Brower, first of all, he had the pit limiter on, and he exited the pits, and the whole time had the pit limiter still on, not going full speed. Someone just went out under yellow. They were running like 5th. I was going full speed. We collided, and then he got all mad at me. and then rage quit. But did you check your text? Can you do that for me?
I am not DoorDashing you Wendy's. If you cash at me, I'll DoorDash you Wendy's. But if you don't cash at me.
Well,
Are you going to try to finish this race? I mean, the thing about an endurance race, it's not just about, like, that's the big thing about endurance race. For the ones watching as a driver, if you can't win, it's about finishing it, right?
Oh, yeah,
It's
man,
almost like
of
a
course.
marathon. Only one person can win a marathon, right? But if you can't win that marathon and you're about 30th, you're thinking to yourself, if I can just finish it, great. What is your opinion about sports car racing at NR Night as we continue to watch your destroyed race car on pit road?
Oh, you're actually looking at the car? Okay. Endurance racing is fun. Same model. You'll see me back out there in about 8 minutes or so. I got full throttled and tent wrecked at the 2.4 hours on turn 1, lap 1, and I finished the race. So you're gonna see me do the same thing, but these cars just create, especially the GTPs or whatever they're called, they cause so much high speed, high horsepower. I don't even know. I'm just rambling. The racing's good. The racing's good. The endurance factor's good. Most of the gyros are good, so it should create a good product.
Well, this is also a big practice for myself to get ready for a bigger community event, which would probably be the 12 Hours of Sebring. Or maybe, you know, a different, maybe like a 6-hour race. And the reason I'm saying that is you have to commentate differently. With NASCAR, it's all information being bombarded out of my mouth going towards the viewer. But in a sports car race, you get the opportunity to talk to drivers, right? That's what they did in the 2.4, and I got that from the 2.4. It's like, man, they weren't just talking about the battle for the lead. They're talking to other drivers, understanding strategy. How differently does this car drive compared to whatever we usually run on the road courses? Because, man, road course racing has been just the talk of the town in NR. It was bound to happen that we go sports car racing.
Well, these things, they got something the next gen don't. They got traction control. That means no slip. You know what traction control is. They got traction control way faster than the NASCARs. Like you're planted, you're sending the corner, you're braking late. That's really it. I don't really know. They just have traction control, stability, pit limiters. They're very high tech, very fast.
Well, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Connor Murphy, I believe, just came out the leader.
Yeah.
So we got. Oh, you don't like him. Why don't you like him? You let the viewers know why you don't like him.
Daytona last week with those legacy trucks. Me and Schmidt were pushing each other. We're probably gonna finish 1-2, and Connor Murphy threw himself into the grass, hooked a hard right out of the grass, wrecked the whole field, and said in the Discord after when he realized he was done, he wanted to make sure other people were done.
Well,
So,
I couldn't check what manufacturer you were because the entire nose piece of your car is in the garbage can. So what manufacturer are you driving?
it is a Cadillac. And a fun
What
fact,
is up with Cadillac? Every single person that I just said, heck yeah, Cadillac, baby.
So everyone running the Cadillac right now are people who bought it for the 24 hours of Daytona. Me, myself, personally bought it for Daytona. For the 24-hour Daytona, that's the fastest car to beat in this class at Daytona. So a majority of these guys probably bought that car for Daytona like me, or just owned it already and maybe owned multiple, and they just tried to go with the Caddy because I don't know. I'd like it more than the other ones. It sounds meaner. Certainly looks meaner. Drives nearly the same. The cockpit with these cars, you can't see anything. It's like you're in a rocket ship, not a rocket ship, a fighter jet.
Right.
And there's just way more visibility in the Caddy than the other ones.
Well, hey, listen, we're excited to see what you can do in the future. We really want to do sports car racing as well as having a community event, maybe a sponsored community event where drivers can go ahead and get paid. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we have people that would love to see that. Good luck from here on out, and hopefully you can finish this race.
All right, hopefully you could send me that Wendy's.
Hopefully you can send me that Cash App. Frank DeAngelis, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to go back racing. 38 minutes left. River Page, Daniel Mosteller, James Thurston. And what's great about sports car racing, people are probably wondering, man, your commentary has really changed up the style. Watch back to the 24 hours. There was different segments going on, and I just took a lot of notes, and that's why it's so important for me to finally do a sports car race so I can put it into practice personally. And so hopefully one day we can do a 12 hours of Sebring where it'll be more relaxed. We can save the voice, Jared and I. We can talk to different drivers during the race. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. If we do it, it's going to be in March after the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500, which is the next e-ticket event. Now, it is single file restarts. From how you see it here, River Page will be your race leader. Daniel Mosteller will be second. Thurston, Thornquist, Schmidt, Jua, Leich, Swearengin, Baker, Truhl, Bies, Tart, Connor, Murphy, Gudger, Gula, Steely, Brower, Anderson, and DeAngelis line up that top 20. Pace car off and away. We're back underway with the 1 hour of Road America. River Page getting away handsomely over Mosteller. That's there in second. Thurston and Thornquist under fire. That's third and fourth. You see Jua. You see Leitch trying to get it done. Baker that got caught up in the pits puts the left sides in the grass and is under fire now from Max Swearage in the wheel to wheel. And that's into turn 3. There's still a lot of jostling for positions. One going for a slide way in the back. Connor Murphy into the grass. We stay green. Thurston into second. Thornquist back to third. We talked about Chad and how good he was early in this race. Remember, he led a lot of laps, but he needs to go out there and give James Thurston all he can, including with just 36 minutes remaining. Schmidt in fourth. Where did Mosteller go? All the way back to 12th. I had a big mistake happen. TCB, Truhl, Max Swearengin, Drew Jua. Jua there in fifth. Schmitty into fourth. Still got Chad Thornquist up there in that third position. Making up time. 2 seconds back to Page, but Thurston again has been gaining time. Remember, he was last time in that second position and very quick, very fast. Gets the left sides into Canada corner, but can keep it pointed in the right direction, heading to 13, 14, and back to that final corner. River Page now the man to beat. It's the Acura showdown up front. And the top 3 are all within that same manufacturer. Here's William Schmidt. Last time Schmidt raced that Road America, it didn't last long. He was involved in an incident that really was no cause of his own, but ultimately put him on the dead end of the stick. Thornquist into second, the old switcheroo, and finds his way around James Thurston. That's big for that Barbie machine. Remember, he was out there leading. He seemed like he was the quickest all race. Andrew Light. Zachary Truhl, how about 3 drivers under a blanket heading down to turn 5. Jua sneaks through, Truhl does as well, puts Like on the back end of the stick. And Max Swearengin has lined up nose to tail, nearly halfway through this 1 hour race. Thornquist is gaining ground. He's 1-6 back there to River Page. But James Thurston has now dropped back. Here's TCB gaining now. Oh, he's into the litter. We're going to talk about him possibly gaining ground. Max Swearengin's right with us. Max having fun, enjoying his time. Racing to the best of his ability. Let's see what we can hear from him. Max, this is John. You got a copy?
Hello.
Mid-race interviews. You got a driver out in front. Walk me through how you're going to size him up.
I don't know. I'm going to try to pass around here. Oh, it ain't going. No, that ain't going to work.
You're one of the Cadillacs trying to find a way around a BMW. Just trying to sneak your way through. Now, the driver in front of you, this is Andrew Light. I believe this is probably his first start at our Night in America. Haven't seen him a lot on the ovals. This could be the battle for 7th. We know finishing these endurance races are so important. You had a good start. You're back there in 8th now. Mid-race interviews are going to be the social norms of these endurance-style races. Look at the move to the inside. What are you thinking about? Ah, no, you weren't. You're just playing with them. You're just playing with them. Oh, you got him right here.
Yes, sir.
You got the left sides down the grass. Now talk to me about it. How difficult is it to pass out there? And you have to look for drivers to make a mistake to overtake.
It's not really that hard to pass, and I'll be completely honest with you. It's not that hard. It's more or less sizing up your pass and trying to find out like where your limit is. Oh, that's the limit right there. Locking it up. No, but the draft's intense with these cars, and it more or less kind of helps you out with the passing. It's just so many dang turns around this track. It's just hard to find the correct area. Like right in front of me with Drew and Zachary, they're wrong right now. So it's just, yeah, just trying to find the right area to do it. But right over here in this area where I'm at, ain't really the way to do it. Right farther.
It seems interesting how you're racing right now. I mean, you're back in 7th. You're not fully out of it yet. You just had a caution thanks to Demos. But
Yep.
you're 10 seconds back. I definitely think you can catch Jua. Truel is not out of the question just yet. But this is an interesting car track combo, not a lot of testing. Why did you choose that manufacturer?
Loud V8 go burr. That's my excuse. No, but American cars are usually what I drive, besides Toyotas. And the BMW I don't like.
Oh, we got one in the grass.
Oh, we do. No, Schmidt.
William Schmidt. Hey, you can get him right here. This is you right here.
I'm gonna get
Walk the viewers through it right here. Walk the viewers through this.
You get behind this driver right here, and you go yoink, and then I'm gonna outbrake him. Or he lets me go.
He's gonna let you go right there.
I love William
That's
Schmidt.
racing etiquette. You guys saw that? That's racing etiquette for the ones that are trying to break into NR9. That's what we got to consistently see. Chad Thornquist still in 2nd. James Thurston's closing in on him. Mistakes, they haven't been as dominant or prominent up front, minus a few spur of the moments here and there. But how easy is it to make a mistake, would you say?
Oh, the easiest thing to do in this car is to lock your front brakes. I'll probably do it right here in this turn. Yeah, a little bit right there on the left front, but it's just mainly knowing where to brake and your limit for it. Because my biggest issue is locking up the left front, and my left front is beating me to death right now on this car. But yeah, it's locking the brakes is tough. The snap oversteer you get with the racket pinion as well. Oh, there it is. I'm just go by.
Well, it's okay. We're on the back bumper here at River Page because this is going to be a battle for the lead soon. Hey, it's always fun talking to you. We may talk to you again at the end of this race. Not exactly sure. 30 minutes left. Good luck out there.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Like the stream.
And Max swears, nope, we cut him off prematurely, but Max is now up to that 7th spot. It looks like William Schmidt found a way around him, and that old switch up continues throughout the middle of this pack. Chad Thornquist, we've been monitoring him consistently. He's someone you have to really keep an eye out for, mainly because he's just a 2nd and change back. Who's behind him? James Thurston. We might be able to talk to James Thurston or Chad before they really start to battle this one out. And the thing about the Cadillacs in these cars, it's almost like an Indy where you know something could happen, maybe it couldn't happen, not exactly sure. But at the same time, you just have to be smart. You have to be consistent. Chad Thornquist currently does not want to talk to anyone. He is deafened in his chat, trying to just go ahead and close in on a River Page. So we'll continue to monitor how that goes down. And how about we talk to the driver sitting in 3rd? James Thurston. So John, you got a copy?
Oh my God, he scared me.
That has been the common message all day long. All right, hey, you went up there.
Oh, that Thornquist blew the corner. Holy.
Oh, yes, he did. You got an opportunity that consistently I've done it. I've gone with interviews with guys, but they've been able to overtake. Can you overtake him right here? Walk the viewers through how you try to size him up right now. Get them in your head right now.
Well, I mean, we still got a lot of time left. I'm not going to go for anything too risky. Demo said when you brought him in here, he started losing a bunch of time. I could see that on him. But yeah, we're having a pretty good race here with the Coliseum SKS team for the endurance side of things, and yeah, we didn't go as well as we planned for the Coliseum, but here we're 3rd and we're charging, so we'll see what we can get, man.
Well, Chad Thornquist's been making a lot of mistakes. He is locked in. He led early. He went for a spin. You were up there battling for the lead. This race is going to come down to the top 3. I don't think we should get another caution, so I got to ask, are you good to go on fuel?
Honestly, I don't know. I think I might be, but I'm not going to save, so we'll just find out. I know River's on older tires, so I think Thornquist is really the only competition as long as it goes green.
Oh, he is on older tires. That's right. He did not pit. So you believe if you find a way around Thornquist here, you'll be the clear favorite to win?
I I mean, you could say that, I guess. We're just going to stay patient and hopefully not wreck the car. That's about all we can ask for here.
Well, that's going to be a lot of fun to see now, isn't it? Chad Thornquist, he's been struggling in those braking zones, and you've been making up time in the braking zones. Oh, you lost a little time. No, you didn't. You actually made up time right there. What's with your braking entry? Is it completely different than Chad? How different is it?
I don't know. I've never driven this car track combo before. I'm just being a little bit more brave than I probably should be, and it's working out so far. So, yeah, we'll keep doing what we're doing and see what happens.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. This battle for second is going to get ready to rage on once again. You're about half a second. Oh, he locked up again. Turn 5 is just not his go-to mode. We're going to let you go right here so you can focus, but good luck.
Thank you.
Back here from Road America, ladies and gentlemen, this is the battle for second. James Thurston, Chad Thornquist. We just heard from Thurston, gave us great information that River Page is not good to go. Possibly on fuel and tires. He said tires are definitely on the older side. And you can definitely tell right now for Thurston, he seems very confident, as I believe Chad Thornquist just lagged out of the race. No, it's just a quick blink out, and it's back on the racing surface. Heading down to 10, heading back to 11. You see River Page in view of the second and third place drivers. 26 minutes to go. Twists and turns off of Canada corner to 13 and back to 14. He's going to size him up right here. He's just got to make sure that Chad makes one more mistake. And it's been very consistent. He knows that Chad clearly has been making mistakes down towards turn 5. And you just heard from Thurston a little bit earlier. He's going to take it easy. He's going to calm it down because he feels like there's a lot of racing left to go where he can overtake River Page. And that's the big thing about being a race car driver, right? Including being on the sim side of the sports racing. You know there's 26 minutes left. There's no overtime. If the race ends under yellow, it ends under yellow. There is no more racing left to go. But you know Thornquist is struggling. You know River Page played a strategy call that's going to help him just with track position. What's the game plan now? Do you get aggressive? It's almost like you're a tiger in the tall grass. You can see Gazelle right in front of you. You don't have to go right away. You got to wait for an opening. You got to wait for a little bit of weakness out of your competitor, and then you go ahead and strike. And to break it to you right now, I think Chad Thornquist also closing in there on River Page. Well, that goes on. Let's check in on Mosteller. He's on pit road. With other machines, Jackson bides. Demos, not a lot of damage on that machine, but definitely the struggles have continued. Here's wheel to wheel, Tart and Light. This is for 9th and 10th. They continue to roll. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for following Darrington Woodworking there on Instagram. Proud sponsor there of the Darrington Woodworking Florida 500. I hope you all are enjoying this broadcast. Just 2 races tonight. So glad to have you all with us. Nearly 400 likes on this live stream. Chad Thornquist, James Thurston. There's Thurston now back there in that third position. Continue to close that gap. Now, second and third have always been tight within this area as they come back to that start-finish line. River Page continues to lose time overall. Schmidt, Sweargen, 6th and 7th. Not as close together as we thought they would be. This could give us enough time to go and talk to the next driver. How about TCB? Baker, so John, you got a copy?
Oh my God, hi.
Hey, you're running out there. That last restart, it didn't look too good for you. But you're still rolling. You're up inside the top 8. Walk me through this car.
Okay. Tight. Braking and downshifting. Okay. Yeah, this thing's tight. Right turns. I hate this track to begin with.
Oh, man.
But, it's mucho fun. As I just went down.
Well, last time we chit-chat, I said, wow, I was surprised it did so well in the 2.4 with the stock cars. And he said, well, I've done this car track combo about a million times. Well, this car track combo you haven't done. You just talked, oh, wow, I cannot believe that. I am in complete, utter shock that you just spun out during our interview. How dare you?
Commentator's curse. Live in Iraq. Jeez. Thanks.
Oh my gosh, I'm clipping that. That's unbelievable. Well, now you're still in the top 10. Connor Murphy is at least, you know, a connecting flight away for you, unless you make another mistake. Don't spin here. Don't spin here. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Off turn 10. You're good to go. Well, you talked about being tight, but you lost the rear end. Were you just trying to do too much?
You know what it is? It's just going over that hill. It's so hard just to like gauge where to brake. It's just a wide corner. And the car likes to break loose there. You know, I talked to the team about it in practice and qualifying. They worked on it. But, you know, just on this long run here, these hot tires here at Road America, it's just real hard to hang on to this thing going up that hill.
You know, you could start a lawn care service here because you have hit every corner where there's grass. I cannot believe it. TCB and Company. I think that's what it's got to be called. Well, it's a nice car. The tide ride looks great. You got your yellow rims on. Can you explain to everyone why you love the yellow rims and you're not running yellow rims for the event? I just want to point that out. I did see that tonight. Don't act like I didn't see that.
So I actually switched to paint because I had the yellow rims and because I saw it on the broadcast. I was like, ew, hell. But I run yellow rims because I like to be seen, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like everyone else runs
flashy.
black
You want
rims.
to be like, you want to stand out.
That's why I run the yellow number. That's why I run the yellow rims because it's like, hey, that's TCB. You gonna know it's me because you know I'm the only guy in the field with yellow rims, and usually a yellow number. So, hey, that's me. You know what I'm saying? TCB.
Yeah, you're just Baker. You're just in.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you have an opportunity to win your third e-ticket event this coming up Friday, a week from today. Can you believe it?
You know what? I can't believe it. I also can't believe somebody misspelled my name.
That was Barbagallo.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I
we
can't even spell his last name. G-B-I-N-G-O.
Would you say it's an eye for an eye? Well, you got 21 minutes left in this race. Where are you right now? You're back there in 10th. Oh, hold on. You got company in front of you, Baker. What are you going to do here?
I'm catching them, man. I'm telling you. Listen, you know, we had that little spin, like I said, cool the tires down. I video into my team. Hey, listen, you know, we got to really work on this car. But, you know, long run, they said, hey, you know, this thing's going to come back to you. And let me tell you, it's coming back to me. And so are these boys and me. They come to me.
Tar and Like, they're getting ready to battle each other. And you're, let's see how far back you are. All right, you're 4 seconds back, but you're gaining. Improvement. There's improvement right now from what I'm looking at.
Yeah, huge improvement.
Oh my! That's twice. That is. I was looking at them. Baker, what are you doing?
Oh my
Connor
God.
Murphy is there. He's ready to pass you. Well, we'll continue to go ahead and chat with you later. There's about to be a battle for the lead between the top three. You got 20 minutes to go. Hold on to her.
Hopefully they wreck because you're commentating close to them.
TCB, ladies and gentlemen, always towards the back end. I love calling endurance races. It gives me the opportunity to do this, and it's a lot of fun to go ahead and chit-chat. Well, enough chatting, get back to business. Top three are now under a second and change. Chad Thornquist has inched back to the River Page lead. He's under that second, and James Thurston is now sitting in that third position. He's there in the Cadillac and is ready to strike. Here's Thurston looking for the move, heading to Canada corner. Thought about it. And pulled back on the yoke, but River Page got off in the litter with the left sides and allows Chad Thornquist to go ahead and close on in. This is the battle for the lead. 19 minutes remaining. Seven the difference, down to a 6-9. It's an 18-5 right here. I mean, Thornquist is still gaining time. He's made up a lot of time in these braking zones, but that's also where he's been able to make a lot of mistakes. Clearly, he's minimized it to a point that he's around half a second back to River Page. Thurston there in third. What's the move? Top three under a blanket for this endurance race. The 1 hour of Road America. Page into turn 5. Thornquist struggled on entry, but the quick shoot to turn 6 is going to save him. He's trying to bite off a lot more than he thinks he can chew right now. Back to 7 and 8. Left side's clear of the strips. 6 the difference. 1 hour, it's going to come down to the top 3 machines in the GTPs. Thornquist in second, Thurston in third. 17.5 left on the clock. And they're just fighting down off corner exit. 7-3. 5-7. Down to Canada corner, almost lost that rear end, lost time. And the big thing is he wants to gain time to River Page, but James Thurston's right there. And James Thurston's ready to go ahead and overtake. It's just the wait and the wait for him. You see River Page has to navigate around that lap traffic. That's going to lose him just a little bit of time when he goes with a wheel. Thornquist should hypothetically close in on the straights. Found his way through, 17 minutes remaining. Sun setting from Road America. Thornquist 7 back, a 16.5. 6 the difference, top 3, nose to tail. You see Thurston blinking those lights saying, hey, I'm here. Letting them know. There's 16 minutes remaining. What you've got is what you've got. You don't want to make a mistake. And you see Thornquist is right to the back end of Page. Crowd ripping around this entire racetrack. Showing one spinning in front of James Thurston. Thurston goes around in front of the field and the caution will wave. And this will restack everyone. That might have been Vince Iguchi. Or maybe it was Miles Davis. And with 15 minutes remaining, a hard blow. And some of these drivers just looking for that edge. There's Andrew Light. And we'll look back to get a confirmation. A 15-minute shootout. I didn't have to interview him for that spin, I'll give you that. And Chad Thornquist will have yet another shot at River Page. Let's go back to a full lap on how just strong these three were racing each other. There's not going to be a lot of time left, I'll point that out. This nonetheless will restack the field. It was Vince Iguchi, we believe, that went around right in the middle of them. There's Gucci in the 09. And he was battling, I believe, that 35. Will Shack for position. He goes off and into the litter. And he gasses it up here, but he has all that sand on the wheels. You can see the sand coming off. It goes right in the grass. And he tried to alt F4. That was a big thing there. He tried to alt F4 to avoid James Thurston. There's nowhere for Thurston to go, and you can just see the Acura there, Michael Gudger having to get out of the way. Dangerous spot to be in on the racetrack, and that's why we have the caution now for the second time. Sun setting from Road America. And there's TC. Oh, TCB is out of the race. He is now nowhere to be seen. This has definitely turned into a precision race, but I'm really curious to now know what these top three drivers are going to do. Well, time left on the clock. I'll point that out. We've done 23 laps in this race. Which make things just as exciting. River Page, Chad Thornquist, Zachary Truel, James Thurston. 13 minutes to go. Do you come to pit road or do you stay out? I'd say you go ahead and pit if you're, I don't know, 13 minutes left. You're going to lose all that track position, but then again, there's not as many cars left on track. I don't know, because Page has old tires, right? He's going to get, I think, swallowed up by the field if he doesn't come to pit road here. We're going to have maybe 8 minutes remaining, which may be equivalent to about, I want to say 4, maybe 3 laps. The sun has now come back out from the clouds, which will warm this track up. Jua's going to have a shot. Max Swearengin most definitely have a shot. We know River Page is your race leader. The question will be, does he come to pit road? Does he stay out? What about Schmidt? What about Like? Murphy, I don't think he's going to have it in the plans to go to victory lane. I'd say this top 7 has the realistic shot at winning. We know Schmidt's been quick. Swearengin has to minimize the mistakes. Drew Jua has to also minimize these mistakes. James Thurston, I don't know. Not exactly sure. I'm excited about Thurston, but that spin, he talked about tires, tire saving. This is looking like a Cadillac race nonetheless, but how about Zachary Truel? He's now sitting there in that 3rd position. Pit road is open. Chad Thornquist stays on the racing surface, and it looks to be a split decision of drivers coming in and staying out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to roll. It's going to be the one to go from Road America. Max Swearengin, Drew Jua, River Page is in. James Thurston is in. William Schmidt, they're going to have that fresh rubber. 11 minutes to go. This could be the final restart of the race. It's going to be big. One last push. We want to say thank you to everyone that's tuned in so far tonight. Nearly 400 likes on this live stream as we get ready to try this again. So River Page there in that 5th position, warming those tires up. He knows it's go time. He knows it's going to come down to this. James Thurston in 6th, Schmidt in 7th, Truel in 8th, Justin Connor in 9th, Connor Murphy back to 10th, Josh Tart in 11th. Let's go green. Final restart, live now. Jua 2nd, Swearengin 3rd, Lycan 4th, Page in 5th, Thurston, Schmidt, Truel, and others. They've all lined up, and they've all gotten ready to slot into position. What is next on the horizon? If you're Chad Thornquist, you're thinking to yourself, all right, now I have the older tires. Everyone else talked about how difficult it'd be to hold on if you have the older tires. Now I'm in that position, and this is the moment you have waited for. Will the first sports car race in our night in America come down to a shootout? Looks like we may have 6 minutes remaining when we get back green. Cadillac. Max Swearengin the caddy. Like in the BMW. Eight minutes remaining. Thurnquist, Jua, Swearengin, Light, Fast 4. And now only time will tell on what's going to happen. Crowd around Road America on their feet. This will be the finish. 6 minutes. Make it more. 7 minutes and 49 seconds remaining. Matt Green from Wisconsin. Chad can go. He's stacking them up. Finally slams on the gas, but Jua's going to be right on him. Jua, the look to turn 3. Runs wide, has to get on the gas. Max Swearengin sneaks through the gap. He's got to be smart right here. Can't make any more mistakes. Chad Thurnquist, the heavy braking zone of 5. Gets through without any issues. Max is going to be right on him. You can see these guys going wheel to wheel right behind. Thurston, Truel, wheel to wheel. Oh, that's going to be tight. And there goes Truel. James Thurston into the guardrail. Broke the rear end suspension. He's out of the race. The rest of them get through. And Max Swearengin takes the lead to the carousel. Thurnquist fading. No caution. 6 minutes remaining. Jua in third. Now he closes in there on Thurnquist. And Chad's not done yet. I think he made a mistake heading down to 8 and 9. Through 12 of Canada corner. Over the humps. Through the pass into turn 14. He's going to be all over that Cadillac. Back to the start-finish line in just 5 minutes remaining. This is going to get deep. When do you make the lunge if you're the 45? A look to the bottom, now a peek to the outside. Thurnquist shuts him down. Swearengin keeps him at bay. He's just trying to do too much. He's off into the grass. Chad is driving like a pissed-off teenager on a Friday night. Put it in the grass, inches off the wall. Can Max Swearengin be the underdog winner in the sports car class? Once again, no one has ever won a sports car race in NR night. This is the first one. Quick wiggle out of the 15. Around goes the number 45, Chad Thurnquist. Puts her in the litter. No caution because there's no guarantee we'll get the race restarted unless it's a crazy wreck. And Drew Jua now sits in that second position. Through the carousel. 1.5 seconds the difference between first and second. And River Page sits there in third. Remember, he has fresh rubber. Actually, I think second and third both have something up their sleeve. Through Canada corner. A quick look wide. Jua now under a second. 4 minutes remaining from Road America. William Schmidt making up time. River Page there in third. Jua's 8-4 back there to Max Swearengin. Into 1, back to 2, Cadillac, top 3, that's not changing. Like the next machine, that's the BMW, back and forth under fire by the William Schmidt machine. That's for 5th. Drew Jua has caught Max Swearengin. This race is not over. The brace of turn 5. Continues to lose that rear end. I worry about turn 5 for Max. He needs to go ahead and be more consistent on that end of the raceway. Jua putting her on the ragged edge. Half a second back, 3 minutes remaining. And it's official. If we get a caution, we will not see a restart. Next flag ends this race off 10, headed to 11. Canada corner at 12. Does Jua have the opening to the inside? He's going to pull alongside him. The brace to Canada corner. Drew Jua, new race leader here from Road America. Don't look now, River Page. All over Max Swearigen's Cadillac. The lockup on the right front. Max goes for a slide, saves it, blocks to the bottom. Open goes Page around the outside. 2-minute warning. Next flag could be the white. Contact for second. Swaggy holding on the bottom. Page rips around the outside. They touch again. Max Swearigen is out of the race, and that's a huge hit to the inside wall. But out of harm's way, they're wanting the race back. They want to see the checkered flag. Out into the bottom. Drew Jua will have one more driver to beat. Off turn 6, heading to 7. Schmidt in third. Blank, Truel. You get 1 minute left. This could be the last lap from what we've seen before. You never know what's going to be the last lap. Once they mean an hour, they mean an hour. To turn 10. And 11. Drew Jua has taken position late and is looking for victory lane. Off turn 12 and heading to 13. They're going to get back. They're going to see one more lap. A blink, maybe two. This race is not over, but this will be the final lap. Salamanca, 1 to go from Road America. Drew Jua, I think, just lagged out of this race. No, he didn't, but he's blinking badly. Final lap from Road America. Page back by about a second and a half. He's going to need a mistake out of this Cadillac in front. Final time to turn 4. And the brace to turn 5. Easy in, no problems. River Page over the humps. Same deal into turn 6. Schmidt and SKS battle back for that third place position. Like up the 4th. But all eyes are on Drew Jua, who continues to blink. Truel and company battling for position. The carousel of turn 10. Now if he does blink across the line and River Page gets him there, they could give River Page the win. To turn 11. And final time heading to turn 12. In NR Night in America, we've done so many different styles of racing. From super speedways to intermediates, to short tracks to dirt racing. From the twists and turns on the road courses, with the next gens, the Xfinity Series, and even the trucks. You're seeing something for the first time that has never been done. A sports car race, a GTP race done in this community. Drew Jua was poised to win, and he's gonna get it done in the 1 hour of Road America. The first ever driver to win in a sports car endurance race. And at our night in America, Schmidt Light, Truel, and Thurnquist all follow in behind, but at the end of the day, it was Jua finding victory lane. Let's go talk to your winner. Before we say goodnight, Jewett to John, you got a copy. Let's see if we can get him again. Jewett to John, you got a copy.
Mic muted?
It's not muted now. We got you now.
Alright.
Heck of a win, my man. Walk me through it.
Yeah, I mean, we got pretty bailed by the caution. I made a couple mistakes, and I saw how River Page was able to stay out on old tires and hold off Thurnquist, who's probably the fastest car tonight, you know, aside from mistakes. But, you know, it was a fun battle with Thurnquist and Swaggy. I know they both ended up kind of spinning on their own, but I definitely knew that, you know, saving the battery early and staying on old tires was definitely going to work. And, you know, we were able to hold off River and come away a winner.
That was awesome. Well, the first ever sports car race in our night in America. Would you like to see more of it?
Yeah, I really enjoy these cars. I don't know what track we go to. I know Sebring is an option. Hopefully not the Nürburgring. I still don't own that track, and I don't think I ever will. It's kind of a hard track to learn. But I'm excited to see more, you know, supercars. Maybe we'll have GT3s in the next race. I'm hoping that's the case, but super exciting race, and, you know, we were able to come away a win.
It was fantastic. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you, sir.
Jua, ladies and gentlemen, ends the night off with a win. 2 community events tonight in NR Night in America. We start with the BUSCH LIGHT CLASH that started, well, with Gavin Austin going to victory lane, and Jua backed it up with a win at Road America, the 1 hour of Road America, the first ever endurance race with a sports car in NR Night. Well, we say goodnight, but guess what's in a week, ladies and gentlemen? The Darrington Woodworking Florida 500. It's time to crown a winner in the 20th e-ticket event. Darrington Woodworking, ready to rock with us. I'll see you 1 week from today at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on the IDK Player YouTube channel. The Iceberg and I will be up in the booth together as we get ready to call the wheel-to-wheel action live for 200 laps, 500 miles. Aren't you excited? I very much am, as Jua continues to blink with that internet. He's going to be in the event. He'll be driving the number 5 machine, and it's ready to rock and roll. Can't wait to see you all next week. And get ready, because more races are to come. How about new videos ready to come as well? Ladies and gentlemen, we're excited to have you with us. And we can't wait till we drop the green flag next week at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. That'll be the next stream. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen, as this has been NR Night in America.